this live audio broadcast brought to you from Bogus Stadium tonight. Harlingen Cardinals taking on Brownsville. Rivera, Aaron Signs in the booth along with Matthew Cavazos. Beautiful night in Harlingen, Texas. We're ready to kick off district play here as the Harlingen Cardinals look to continue. 3-1 is their record, and Brownsville Rivera coming in at 1-3, trying to get things going early here in district play. Last chance we got to see Harlingen Cardinals was right here at Bird Bowl last week. Matthew, talk a little bit about that and the Harlingen Cardinal offense and defense that we're looking to see tonight.
The Harlingen Cardinals really dominated the game overall, 36-7 victory. Their defense was outstanding, caused 5 turnovers. Their offense, Daniel Ramirez passed for over 200 yards. So we're going to see a lot of flashes of the same potential that they showed last week.
All right, and Brownsville Rivera won the first game of the season, giving some hope for the fans, of course, and have gone on a 3-game skid, losing to Brownsville. Hannah being zipped in that game. So they're going to go ahead and receive the ball tonight first. Brownsville Rivera in the all gray and black helmets, going against Harlingen Cardinals in the all black with the white helmets. A little bit of breeze, not much at all. Humid night here in Harlingen, Texas. And so it will be a little bit warm game. This is a live audio broadcast. UIL does not allow us to show video during this time. So if you'd like to continue with us on this live audio broadcast, we would invite you to do so. And so we will call the game as it is, like a radio broadcast. And we're going to try to bring you play-by-play and color commentary. Again, Aaron Signs, Matthew Cavazos coming to you live from Harlingen, Texas. Cardinals getting ready to kick off to Brownsville. Rivera. Homecoming night here for Harlingen, so perhaps you're out there somewhere and you're an alumni of the Harlingen Cardinal faithful, and just want to wish you a happy homecoming wherever you are. Here we go, set to kick off for Harlingen. Looks like a new kicker. Have not seen him yet this season. And he readies his team. Here we go. And it is kickoff here at Bogus Stadium. Nice kickoff. Will be fielded about the 7-yard line. Brought out 10 out to the 12, trying to find some spaces. Number 1 for Rivera. That's number 1, Jesus Camarillo. Short return, and Rivera will start at the 15-yard line.
The Cardinals did a great job of crowding him, and he could not find space. He tried to come up the middle of a group of Cardinals, and that didn't work out. He got taken down around the 14-yard line. First look we see it at the Rivera offense. Let's see how they go.
So the Raiders will start off the 15-yard line. Looking at some stats from the Raiders so far, we can see that they're a little bit more of a run-heavy offense, while the Cardinals, surprising to some, are more leading with the pass this year. So going to get to see 2 different styles of offense here early in the game. Rivera Raiders will be first to show it to us. And coming to quarterback now, shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. And so showing a spread offense. Ready to take the snap here. Try to get you a number of that quarterback. Hard to read with those gray uniforms. Number 9 takes the handoff. Short gain, if anything. Quinte Smith. And he's down. Actually, he's going to lose about 4 yards on that one.
On the stop for the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals did a really good job of penetrating through the offensive line of the Raiders. And number 9 tried to find room, but he couldn't get it. And like Aaron said, a loss of 4.
And it looks like it's number 3, Nicholas Blanco, who's the senior quarterback for the Raiders. And again, he has number 9 in the backfield with him. That's Quinte Smith, senior running back as well. Spread formation again. Handoff. Smith up the middle. Not much running room there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. No more.
Smith on the carry up the middle.
Yes, we're starting to see the Rivera offense coming out with their run-heavy style. And just like we saw last week at Bird Bowl, the Cardinal front 7, like they did to South, they really do well with their front 7. Traditionally, a great school for defense.
Rivera Raiders will lose a player right now, it seems, as one is down on the ground, tending to him, and possible injury here. And so both teams will take a knee, getting ready for the medics to attend to the player. Get you a number on that player as soon as we're able to read that as he gets off the floor. 11:05, just starting off here at Bogus Stadium tonight. Again, a beautiful night in South Texas for some Friday night lights.
3rd and 14. Now is the time we need to see how the passing game is for the Rivera offense. Let's see if they go aggressive, try to get this first down, or just gain yards, get out of deep in their own territory, and try to give the Cardinals not as good field position as they want right now.
Let's talk a little bit about that defense, the Cardinal defense, Matthew. Last week, and so we've seen them against Reagan, right, and then we saw them against Harlingen South last week. And talk to me a little bit about their defense and kind of what they've been doing so far this season.
The Cardinals' real specialty, if you could say, on defense is their front 7 and their ability to necessarily dominate whoever's on the other offensive line. They really do well of getting into the backfield, getting to the quarterback, pressuring him. That causes a lot of incompletions. And whenever they do rush, a lot of loss of yardage or not as big of a gain. So against the Hawks, the Hawks ran the ball 25 times and they only got 61 yards, 2.4 yards per carry, and 5 fumbles. So that's the specialty of this Cardinal defense, turnovers and stops.
Good stuff there, Matthew. Thank you. Matthew usually runs our stats for us also. Tonight he's going to be calling color and doing a great job of that as well. And that was number 9, Quinte Smith, who's being helped off the field, although he's under his own power there. So looking okay so far. We'll wait to see if he returns to the game at some point. So inevitably, it will be a new running back for Brownsville, Rivera. Rivera facing again a 3rd down and 14, and they're pinned back on the 11-yard line. Waiting for the white cap to blow the whistle so that the play clock can start. Still in huddle now, and the player Smith is now officially off the field, and here we go. Play clock starts, 11:03 and ticking. 20 on the play clock. So number 3, Nicholas Blanco. Shotgun formation again, has 3 wide receivers to his right. It's going to look to pass here. Drops back. Here comes the pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Slips 1, 2, 3 defenders. He's got some space to run now out to the 24-yard line. And it's going to be really close, but looks just short of that first down marker.
Yep. Quarterback Nicholas Blanco did a great job of running out of the pocket when he felt the pressure, and he goes. And looking back at last game, he did carry the ball 10 times. He didn't get a lot of yards, but he is a well-equipped runner when need to be.
And I'm watching on the field here, Matthew. Can't see yet that they have brought their punt unit out. They're going to leave number 3, Nicholas Blanco in. 4th and 1. 4th and very, very short. I mean, we're talking about maybe a foot. And it looks like they're going for it early in the game. They're going for it. They're saying any chance that they may have, they're going to try to take it now. So here we go, number 3, Nicholas Blanco. We're going to have a timeout now, so maybe a change of mind there. But I was really impressed for that gutsy call. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1 foot.
Yeah, they had to call timeout. It looked like the Cardinals were stacking the box, and it looked like they were going to try to run it, and it might not have worked with the way this Cardinal defense has been playing recently. 4th and 1, and they're deep in their own territory, so they need to be careful here. If they turn the ball over, it could possibly be only 20 yards from the end zone for the Cardinals.
And what the Cardinals have shown in the past couple of weeks here in Bogus at least is that when they do have an opportunity, whether it be a turnover or they get a 3-and-out deep in someone's territory, they capitalize. They do a great job of using that momentum to get into the end zone quickly. And so definite time for thinking here for the Rivera Raiders. And we'll wait for them to take the field again as they're mulling over what to do on 4th and 1.
I'd like to see if they're going to go for it. They've been running it a lot. Maybe a bootleg and let the quarterback take off and scramble to the right or left and let him try to gain that half of maybe foot. And let's see how they're going to set up here.
Okay, here we go. Number 1, Jesus Caramillo is in the backfield now. And kind of an offset I formation there. And it looks like they're going goal line package. 4th and a very short one. Handoff Jaramillo, right-hand side. And it looks like he's going to have it. It's going to be really close. Probably going to bring up the measurement. But I think he's got it, Matthew.
Raiders.
He gained about a yard there, so maybe half a yard ahead of the sticks. So they did a great job. The Rivera offensive line really pushed the Cardinals into the left side when they handed off to the right. And so blocking that to the left caused just a little bit of a hole. He gained a yard and got in. Here comes the Rivera offense. They're lining up here in the shotgun. And we have quarterback communicating with the running back. He's going to take the snap, fake the handoff, and he's going to take off. Feels the pressure. He's coming to the left. He's going, and he gains about 8 yards on the play.
Nice pick up there for number 3. That's Nicholas Blanco. And looks like it's going to be close on their first down, Matthew.
That was a great job. He felt the pressure, and he saw a little gap on the inside that the offensive line created when the defensive line went out and tried to attack the pocket. He ran straight through the middle and got the 10 yards that he needed.
So first down for the Raiders. Ball now on the 37-yard line. Just nice, methodical drive so far. 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. taking some time off the clock. Here go the Raiders. Spread formation again. This is going to be a handoff. Jaramillo up the middle. And he's
Camarillo on
going to
the
be
carry.
stuck quickly. No gain on the play for that one.
Making the hit, number 90,
So the
Tristan
Cardinal
Garcia.
defensive line penetrates into the backfield. And what I've noticed so far is the most yards they've gained right now is by a quarterback running and improvising. The actual handoffs to the running backs have resulted in -4 yards. And so let's see if we can get a little more of a maybe play action and let the quarterback show off his improvisational skills and maybe see his arm.
Definitely Nicholas Blanco has been kind of the bright star so far in this drive. 2nd down and 10. No gain on that last play. Spread formation again. Takes a snap. And here goes that kind of a
Blanco on the
busted
keeper.
play, looks like. Matthews, he tried to hand off, but it looks like the running back, quarterback
Led
were
by
not on the
number
same page. And he's going to
23,
take a sack on that
Marcos
one.
San Miguel.
We're going to count that a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, it looked like some miscommunication. The quarterback pulled the ball back
Brings up a
late,
third
and it
and
looked like it was supposed to be a
13.
handoff. I guess he thought he could make more of a play with it. And number 23 did a great job of not falling for it. And number 25 actually pushed him out. And the tackle was made by Marcos San Miguel, tackling the quarterback deep in the backfield.
3rd down, 13 coming up. 7:36 left to go in the first quarter. Spread formation again. Here we go, Raiders. Trying to get. Here comes a black attack. It's coming, going to flush him out of the pocket. Lets it go, though, on the sideline. No person in
Pass
the
is
zone that he was throwing
incomplete.
into.
Fourth
So that's going to be a
down.
4th down. I don't think they're going to go for it. Punt unit coming out.
And this is what we've talked about, the way the Cardinal defense can get into the backfield. They got into the backfield about 2.5 seconds into the play. They made the quarterback run out of the
Back to receive
pocket.
punt, number
And
6,
there was no
Joe
room
Reyna.
upfield. He couldn't run, so he just threw it away. And 4th down and 13, they're going to punt it.
4th and 13 now. Back to deep to receive for the Cardinals. I think that's going to be number 6, Joe Reyna, who was the player of the game, right? The MVP last week. So he can do it all. Oh, here comes a punt block,
Punt
and it's
is
blocked.
blocked.
They're going to pick it up. They're going to run it to the 10, the 5. This is going to be a touchdown for the Cardinals on a punt block. Flag comes in late, waiting on the call.
Got a flag back at the 15.
But what a special teams play there by the Cardinals. Punt block, running for a touchdown, waiting on the call.
We saw 3 Cardinals get it back there, and the 3 blockers for Rivera didn't really hold them. They thought the kick was going to come off sooner. It didn't. It got blocked. Number 8, Ezra Rubio returns it about 30 yards.
During the return, illegal block in the back against the return team, number 23.
So that's going to be against the Cardinals. They're going to call that block in the back. So the touchdown will not count. But the Cardinals will have the football deep in Raider territory.
And this is what we saw last week. Great job by the Cardinal special teams. They've caused last week, first drive of the game, they picked up a fumble at the 1-yard line on 4th down against the Hawks. Here, they block a punt and almost return for a touchdown. A block in the back, but they still got the ball. 25 yards to go. That's great field position.
Now I was looking at the
quarterback,
block in the
number
back
5,
there,
Daniel
and
Ramirez.
it was kind of away from the play, so it was unfortunate. Either way, the Cardinals are going to get some great field position here on the 25-yard line. And let's look and see what the Cardinals are going to do tonight. Number 5, Daniel Ramirez, coming out party last week, looking confident. He's going to go for the end zone on the first play. Oh, and it's dropped, just
Pass
dropped there
is
by number
incomplete.
3, I believe that was.
2nd down.
In his hands, Matthew. Couldn't hold on to a perfect pass. Would have been touchdown.
Number 3, Ethan Martinez, looked back. It was in his hands, like you said, and it looked like it might have just bounced off the shoulder pad, and it turned from a touchdown to an incomplete. And right now, we see number 24. He looked like he was a little bit of an H-back there. We do not have a name for him on the roster, so that's a little sneaky play they have there going on.
Here goes Daniel Ramirez. Got number 1, Ralph Castellanos, in the backfield with him. And he's going to go 4 wide receiver set again. Shotgun formation here. He's going to play action. Dumps it off. There he is. Open. Nice screen down to the
Pass is
15.
complete to number
All the way down to the
3,
12-yard line. That's number 3, Ethan Martinez.
Takes it inside.
And he's going to pick up 14 yards on that nice screen set up by
Making
the
the stop
Cardinals.
for the Raiders,
First
number
down, not quite
73,
goal yet.
Josué
First down and 10 on the 11-yard line.
And like we said, this is a Cardinal team
Cardinals,
that,
first
unlike
down.
previous years, is now
Ball
a
is at the
pass-dominant
Raider
team.
11.
And this is what we see, small, intermediate passes leading up to a big gain.
Here we go, Daniel Ramirez again, shotgun formation. Castellanos in the backfield. Pump fake. Here comes the pressure. Gets out of the pocket. Scrambling now.
Ramirez
Finding some
on the
blockers up.
keeper.
And he's going to be tackled there for a loss of about 2 yards. So sack on the quarterback.
Now, the Raiders did a great job of
We have a
penetrating
player
into the
down.
backfield. They got there quickly. Daniel Ramirez tried to scramble. He tucked the ball. He couldn't keep his eyes downfield. So he just scrambled around looking for an open receiver, and he eventually got taken down.
Number 18, Matthew Guerrero, went down on the play, but he hops back up. Although since officials called timeout, he has to come off the field for one play. Cardinals getting some new personnel in on the field as well. 2nd down and 12. Cut up on the 13-yard line. After a punt block, the Cardinals excellent field position at the 25. Went for it all on 1st down. Drop pass. Then came back to the same receiver for a screen 1st down. Now they're in 2nd down situation. Sends number 3, Ethan Martinez, in motion. Here comes the pressure. Daniel Ramirez up the
on the
middle.
keeper,
He's going to beat the defenders
inside
all the way down to
the
the 2-yard line. Short of the 1st down. But a nice,
Making
about
the
11-yard
tackle,
pickup for the
number
quarterback.
one, Jesus Camarillo.
Now, I don't know if that was a designed run, but if it was a great play call. They really spread out the defensive line. He saw the gap, and he took off. Well, it did look like it was a pass, and he got
3rd
pressured,
and 2
like
for
I
the
said, from the
Cardinals.
outside, and he found the gap in the middle and
Ball is at the
got
Raider
11 yards off of
3.
it.
Here we go, 3rd down and 2 to go. Daniel Ramirez, shotgun formation again, waiting for the snap. Gonna look to pass it, dumps it to Ethan Martinez in the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown. Cardinals. And he goes back to Ethan Martinez, who dropped that 1st down pass into the
Ramirez
end zone.
strike to
He
Ethan
gets a nice screen
Martinez.
pickup, and now he gets a touchdown. So
Cardinals.
Cardinals first on the board, 6-0. With 5:30 left to go in the 1st quarter.
Ethan Martinez, he's a big guy, and they threw it up behind the defensive secondary. He got behind them. Great pass by Ramirez to where only his receiver could get it. Touchdown, back of the end zone. That's 6 points. And we have also not seen a designed run by the Cardinals.
True. Extra point attempt now. Number 85, Jacob Garza. And it is up. And it is good. 7-0.
Extra point
Your
is
score
good.
with 5:30 left to go in the 1st quarter.
Cardinals
capitalizing on a punt
0.
block. Able to march it downfield in a relatively short amount of time. Punching in for a touchdown. Brownsville Rivera, let's talk about them real quick, Matthew. Came out and, like you said, when it wasn't a designed play, the quarterback was able to scramble and use his legs, and that's really what propelled him forward on that last drive. To finally couldn't go anymore, but running game didn't work first time around. Haven't really gone to the pass yet, so we'll see what Rivera has up their sleeve for the 2nd drive.
Vice President,
And I don't think they're going to necessarily rely on the pass. It's too early in the game, 7-0. I think we should see the ball in the quarterback's hands more, as he's been doing a great job of evading tacklers. He's been doing a great job just improvising, but maybe we see a little bit of maybe an outside run. We haven't seen an outside run, a pitch, a sweep. Not a lot of teams have been able to get around the Cardinals, but it's worth a shot, right?
Fernando Martinez.
So here we go. The Rivera Raiders are going to be returning this kick. 5:30 left to go in the 1st quarter. Thanks for listening to this live audio broadcast. Again, not able to show the video as per UIL rules. So we will bring you this live audio broadcast tonight from Bogus Stadium. The Rivera Raiders versus the Harlingen Cardinals. District play. It's a beautiful night for football. Friday Night Lights. Here we go. Kickoff time. Raiders going to return. Will be fielded at the 10-yard line. Here it comes. Out to the 15 now quickly. To the 20. Nice cut. And he'll be taken down about the 23-yard line.
He had a head full of steam. He got up 13 yards, and he ran into his own blocker. And that really stopped the progression. And then that's when he got tackled right there at the 23-yard line. But better field position than they were at earlier when they were at the 14-yard line. So let's see if they can make more with more room, let's say, than they had last time.
Jesus Caramillo on the return there. Probably going to see some more work at running back since early in the first drive. Number 9, Quinte Smith, went down due to injury. And so Jaramillo, no, I'm sorry, they're going to put another running back there. I'll get you the number here in a second. I think that's 28, Ryan Herrera. Yes, junior running back. Here he goes. He's going to take it on the outside. Not much there. Gain of maybe half a yard for number 28.
Stop, number 23.
Number 28, they came outside. And a great job by the Cardinals linebacker. He came in, he saw the outside run, and he came out, and he got just underneath the big running back and got him down.
Now you say big running back. He is a bigger running back than the other ones we've seen tonight. Trying to get to the outside there, not a lot. Probably going to be a good in between the tackles type running back. So we'll probably start to see a little bit of that. He's an underclassman, a junior, so getting his shot tonight again with the senior running back Quinte Smith going down early in the ball game. 4:40 left to go. 7-0 is your score. Harlingen Cardinals lead the Raiders here at Bogus Stadium. Here we go. Option sprint, quarterback on the outside. Makes a cut, nothing there for number 3, Nicholas Blanco. And he's going to get no gain on that quarterback keeper.
Blanco tried to get to the outside. Cardinals containing the outside as they do necessarily best. And I haven't seen a big run go to the outside unless it was a nice scramble, but designed run, and they couldn't really hold it. Cardinals got into the backfield and took him down.
Here we go, 3rd down, 9 to go for the Raiders. They were in this spot earlier when they went for the punt and it was blocked. And so they do not want to end up in a 4th and long situation. Again, 3rd and 9, here we go. High snap, recovered though. Nice job by the quarterback, and he's going to be sacked for a loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yard loss for Nicholas Blanco.
Number 42.
Like Aaron said, there was a high snap. He barely got a hold of the ball. He looks downfield and he sees 3 Cardinals right there ready to meet him. And there was nowhere to go. They were on every side, so he couldn't scramble. That's a loss of 5.
3:29 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. 100 Cardinals ahead. Last punt for the Raiders ended in a block for the Cardinals, and the punter's lined up at the 5 yard line this time. Here we go. Snap a little low, picked up. He gets a punt off barely, and it's going to roll to the 42 yard line. So the Cardinals will once again have the ball in Raider territory to start.
That was a pretty interesting punt. The snap was low. He picked it up, and he tried to punt it, and the ball slipped out of his hands. It bounced off the ground as his leg was moving, and he kicked it, and it still went 35 yards. So it was a successful punt.
Fans, let's see how much
Needed a little
trivia
bit
you
of
know.
help there, but
on the
it worked.
scoreboard of the 13 Harlingen High School varsity
impressed
coaches.
you got it off, right?
How many are
it was
Harlingen
close to being
High
blocked
School
again.
alumni?
1st and 10, 3:08 left to go in the first quarter. And here you go, the Cardinals. Daniel Ramirez in shotgun formation. Again, like Matthew said, no attempted run, and they do in the first one here.
Castellanos
Number 1,
on
Ralph
the carry.
Castellanos, nothing there, loses about 3.
It looks like this number
On the stop,
12
number 12
for the Raiders.
Gonzalez.
Eddie Gonzalez did a great job, the linebacker, of getting around the edge. And the run was designed to go to the left. They didn't pick up the backside linebacker, and he came around the right side and got him as soon as the ball was handed off.
2nd down, 13 now for the Cardinals. Going tight formation here. Now they're going to shift out of it and spread out. So that's got the secondary running. Here we go. Going to pass. New quarterback. He does connect with number 6, Joe Reyna.
Ramirez
But
to
great
Reyna.
coverage there by the Raiders. And they're going to lose about a yard on this one. That was number 19 at quarterback, Matthew.
And I think the Cardinals were
On the
trying
stop, number
to do a
25,
wildcat pass.
Eric
So they
Ibarra.
tried to draw him off guard, and they did a screen
up a
pass.
third
Great job
and
by
14.
the Raiders not getting messed up by the wildcat, not just going immediately to a run. Did a great job containing that screen. And let's see if we get a deep ball here from Ramirez.
Daniel Ramirez poised for a deep ball. 3rd down and 14. Ball on the 46 yard line. Cardinals up 7-0. Rolls to his left. Here comes the pressure. He's going to try to run, and he's going to hit in the backfield, get the number on that linebacker because he's going to be sacked for a loss of 4 yards.
On the
Great
sack,
job there by the
number
Raiders.
24,
The
Gabriel
Raiders did a great job of
Cuellar.
getting into the
4th
pocket.
down.
Number 7 and number 24 for the Raiders. I'll get you a name in a little bit. They really did a great job getting to the quarterback. He tried to move and scramble out of the way, but they got him from behind
Back to
eventually
receive the
as he
punt,
was trying to
number
run
1,
up
Jesus
past the
Camarillo.
offense defensive line.
So number 1, Jesus Camarillo
on the punt.
gets a chance now to return a punt for the Raiders. And he is back about the 6 yard line. Nice looking punt. It will be fielded at the 14, but he's tackled immediately. No gain on that one. Does a good job of securing the football. Raider
Ready on
football
the tackle
at
for
the
the Cardinals,
16
number
yard line, looks like.
92, Sam
Yeah,
Alonso.
so he punts it. They get it, 15-yard line. He catches it, immediately dropped. And in the past games, Daniel Ramirez, quarterback, has also been punter. We saw a new punter. I don't know if Anyone saw that? I didn't get a number, but we have a new punter for the Cardinals, supposedly.
I think it was 36, Rick De Leon.
36. And the Raiders, 16-yard line, 1:03 left in the first quarter. 1st and 10, about to start their third drive. Last two ended up in punts. Let's see how this one goes.
Well, great job by the Raider defense holding off the Cardinals after they did a great job stopping the Raiders deep again. So they'll get another chance. 1:03 on the clock. 7-0 Cardinals lead. Rivera has life. Pass out to the right. Nice pickup there. Great defensive job there by the cornerback, closing in quickly. And that's going to be a loss of about 1 yard for the Raiders.
They did a design screen pass for number 82, and it looked like the receiver that was in charge of blocking didn't get to the cornerback in time, and he stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Great job by number 8, Ezra Rubio, for the Cardinals, getting to the receiver quick.
It looks like the Raiders will get one more snap before the first quarter is over. They trail 7 by 7 here in the first quarter to the Cardinals. With 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the Raiders step in the shotgun formation now. 4 wide receivers. Looks down if he wants to pass. Here comes the pressure, though. Scranton out. He's down on his knees. That's going to be a loss of about 4 yards there. And the Raiders will switch sides of the field going into a third and very long.
A loss of about 4 yards. They're on the 13. We'll switch sides. The Cardinals did a great job getting, like we said, into the backfield. That's what they've been doing to all the opponents they've had, even San Antonio, Reagan, Harlingen South so far that we've seen here at Bogus. Done a great job of pressuring the quarterback, causing incompletions. And we have not seen a pass that was not a screen because of how quickly they get into the backfield. He doesn't have time to go through his progressions, let's say, and get the ball off, because the Cardinal defense is really good at just getting into the backfield and pressuring the quarterback.
So that's the end of the first quarter. Again, folks, thanks for listening to this live audio broadcast. Matthew Cavazos, Aaron Sines here in the booth. And just bringing this live audio again, cannot show live video until after the game is over. Then you can go back and watch this. And so thanks for joining us. It's ended up being a close game so far here in the first half. 7-0 is your score. Cardinals not really able to take advantage of the 2 defensive stops that they've had since that first block punt. And so Raiders trying to make something happen here with a 3rd and 13, trying to get out of their end of the field here as the ball is on the 13-yard line. Here we go. 4 wide receiver set. Number 3, Nicolas Blanco, takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. He slips out. Makes a nice cut back to the middle of the field, but too many black jerseys around. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 4th and 13 coming up.
The design pass, once again, had to turn into a quarterback scramble. We got to see his improvisation, you should say. And he got out to the outside, saw the defender, made a cut inside, and then was finally brought down by the Cardinal defense.
Back to receive the punt, number 6,
no gain.
Joe Reyna.
Punt this time.
Jorge Cordova.
Punter is in the
On the
end
punt.
zone. First punt was blocked. So watch out for that. Good, nice snap. Booming. I mean, it's a line drive punt. It's muffed by the returner for Harlingen. He's going to just fall on it. That's number 6, Joe Reyna. He's going down at about the 41-yard line. So that was a nice, about a 59-yard punt there by the punter.
The Cardinals were definitely not expecting a punt that
Cardinals
big, but
start
if
their
Reyna
series
had a
at
chance
their
to recover
41.
because it was a line
So
drive,
quick, yeah.
there was not necessarily a Raider for about 15 yards
True.
from him. So he could have had a big return, but a great job by the punter just booming it downfield, making the Cardinals have to work from their side of the field, which we thought they were going to have to work. They were going to get great field position working from the Raiders side.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the hang time in the punt is so important because it gives your punting time to get downfield. And so since that was like a laser beam line drive, like you said, if you would have been able to field that cleanly, he could have had a lot of running room. Penalty being enforced here, 10-yard penalty. And so the Cardinals will actually start on the 31, their own 31. And this will be the longest field that they've had to work with so far tonight. 11-10 on the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Cardinals lead 7-0. Daniel Ramirez and company sends the receiver in motion. Waits for the snap now. Looking to his right, now to his left. Here comes the screen set up, and he's hit in the backfield.
Ramirez
That's number 10,
to
Benny
Reyna.
Prado. Big hit there, 4-yard loss.
Like
On the
Aaron said,
tackle
Benny
for the
Bravo,
Raiders,
he
number
really
10,
got
Benny
into
Bravo.
the receiver's area. The receiver caught the ball and immediately taken down by number 10. The pass was a little short. He had to come in for it. They
Loss
weren't
on the
expecting
play,
it. They were expecting to get the
second and
edge.
13.
He didn't have it. Number 10 just came in booming. I think that was the free safety. He just came in and just nailed him whenever he got the ball.
Second down 13 for the Cardinals. Ball on the 28-yard line. Daniel Ramirez in shotgun now, waiting for the snap. Rolls to his right, wants to pass the ball. Lets it fly. There's a receiver. He tips it. Looks like the receiver that was intended to catch it. Looks like it was broken up by his own receiver. Check this out if we can see the replay. Meant for somebody else, but someone tipped it for him. Watch this right here.
Yeah, it looked like number 19 had an in route at the first down marker. He tried to throw it to him. Number 3 came running in across. He tried to grab it. It was intended for number 19, and it ended up that no one caught it. So, 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. Cardinals with 10:26 left to go in the second quarter. Ramirez looking for the snap. Downfield he goes. Wants to let it fly. He does. Receiver on almost there on the sideline. Streaking down the sideline there. Just out of reach. Incomplete pass.
It looked like the pass was just a little too far, too close to the sideline. It was just to the right of the receiver. He couldn't get to it, and now it's going to set up 4th and 13. The punt unit's going to come on.
Jesus Camarillo back to receive the punt.
Camarillo. Now it's going to get to... It seems like almost time the Raiders, every time the Raiders get the ball, they inch closer and closer to the Cardinals side of the field. This time he's lined up on the 30 for the punt. Neal awaited. Beautiful kick. This does have plenty of hang time. It's going to take a nice Cardinal bounce down to the 34-yard line. So now the Raiders will start on their own 34-yard line with 10:06 left to go in the first half. Raiders down 0-7, but staying close to these Cardinals early in this game.
They are really doing a great job. The Raider defense has shown up today. They're really holding Daniel Ramirez, who has, you could say for high school football, been a prolific passer these past couple games against both Reagan and Harlingen South. Doing a great job of containing him and holding the Cardinal offense to, I could say, minimal yardage so far.
10:06 remaining here in the second quarter. Thanks for listening to this live audio broadcast of tonight's game. Rivera Raiders taking on the Harlingen Cardinals on this homecoming night here at Bogus Stadium. Here we go now. Quarterback under center for the first time for the Raiders. Little fake reverse there. Nice running room.
Camarillo up the middle.
That's Jaramillo, I'm sorry. Gain of about 4 yards. So nice little pickup there for the Raiders.
Like Aaron said, the receiver came in motion. He snapped the ball, faked the handoff to the receiver, got the Cardinal defense shifting to the right. If you're on the Raiders side, shifting to the right, handed off up the middle, got a nice hole, and gained 4 yards on the play. And they're lining up 2nd and 6 with 9:38 left to go in the second.
Here go the Raiders. They're a trio of wide receivers to the right-hand side here. But they will hand it off to Jaramillo. Left-hand side, breaks free. And it looks like he's going to have a first down, 7-yard pickup for number 1, the wide receiver, Junior, playing some running back tonight.
We saw, looking at that play, we saw a big hole that the offensive line created, and he got into the secondary of the defense, and that turned up Ezra Rubio, the cornerback, had to get the tackle and didn't get enough to stop him for the first down. But great job by the Raiders offense, just mixing the play call and getting yardage.
Got a receiver down here, number 88 for the Raiders. Going to keep an eye out for. That's Oscar Lozoya. May go to him some point, but not now. Jaramillo up the middle again, finding some space here. 6-yard pickup for the running back.
The Rivera Raiders offensive line did a great job once again creating a hole between the tackles, and he cut upfield, got 6 yards on the play. We're going to have 2nd and 4, and the Raiders have done a great job of controlling the ball throughout the game. So if you look past in the past quarter or so, the Raiders have had the ball, I say, longer than the Cardinals, which means the defense might be getting worn down a little bit.
2nd down and 4 for the Raiders. Handoff, running back, left-hand side. Turns it upfield. Big gain here for number 28. That is Ryan Herrera.
Close to the 40.
Late flag on the play.
The big running back, number 28, gets the edge, just outside the reach of number 42 for the Cardinals, Eladio Flores, that got him around the edge upfield. He gained about 10 yards on the play, and now, well, we had a flag. Let's see what the call is.
Would be a nice pickup for the Raiders there. Great looking run there by number 28. Like you said, about a 10-yard pickup. So flag on the play says holding on the Raiders coming back. 10-yard penalty negates a great, really back-to-back running there by the Raiders. And that's going to set them back a little bit. So it looks like we're going to hold on a second down, but now it'll be second down on 11.
We went from a 10-yard game to a 7-yard loss just like that. That's how penalties kill drives for any team, really. And we're going to see the Raider offense work second and 11. Let's see what they have.
How about the Raiders finding a running game against this Cardinal defense here in the second quarter? Snap, looking downfield. Nice pickup by the receiver there. Going to find a nice little crease. And that's going to be about a 9-yard pickup. Getting over so close to that first down marker. Nice pass.
That looked like it might have been the design screen. The receiver went up, cut back towards the line of scrimmage, and that called for the other two receivers that were on that side to get up and block. And he gained a nice 7-8 yards on the play.
Yeah, third down. Yeah. Third down and 3 coming up for the Raiders. And looking impressive on this drive, Matthew. They keep moving the ball. Here we go. Third and 3. 7:14 left to go on the clock. Raiders down 0-7 against the Cardinals. Fumble on the play, but picked up by the running back, and he's going to rumble. A nice pickup there, about 8 yards for number 28, Matthew.
So we saw a bad snap. It looked like it hit the center's leg or something, and number 28 just comes in. He sees the ball. He picks it up and gains 8 yards. That's a first down from the 3rd and 3. They're at the 40. Charging down the field with 6:57 left.
How about number 28, Ryan Herrera? Says you're a junior running back, and he's running with a head of steam there. 1st and 10, ball on the 40. Snap, handoff, Aramillo. Oh, and he's hit quickly at the line of scrimmage. He even loses a yard on that one.
On the stop,
and here comes that Cardinal defense penetrating through the offensive line for the first time in this drive. He loses 2 yards. It was a designed outside run. He couldn't find a hole. Tried to cut inside, and that's where he was met by the defensive lineman, number 90, Tristan Garcia.
Here we go. 6:17 left to go in the second quarter. Raiders down 0-7 against the Harlingen Cardinals. Homecoming night here at Bogus Stadium. On the second down call. Here we go. Pass coming. Rolls to his left. He's going to tuck it.
Blanco on the
tries to get a couple yards and gets out of bounds. Number 3, Nicholas Blanco.
Inside the 40.
Bring up third down and about 7 to go.
Blanco did a great job evading the defenders from the right. He came up, tucked it, got 3 yards on the play. So we have a 3rd and 10. If you were the play caller for the Rivera offense, would you consider this as a 2-play? A 2-down situation?
Definitely. I mean, they were going to go for it. They went for it. 4th and 1 early in the game, Matthew. And so I think they feel like any opportunity they get, especially on the Cardinals side of the field, they're going for it. So you're still looking at 3rd and a 4th down potential here for the Raiders. Under 6 minutes to go left in the second quarter. Fumble on the play. And it looks like all of that, it will be negated because of a fumble. And it looks like it's going to be Harlingen Cardinal football.
By the Cardinals.
It looked like a second bad snap from the center. It might have hit his leg again. This time it dropped right behind him and not into the backfield. And the Cardinal defender found it. He jumped on it as soon as it came out. And the Cardinals now have the ball at the 43-yard line. On their 43-yard line, and with 5:55, let's see if they can capitalize on this turnover.
Well, I tell you what, the Brownsville Rivera Raiders have done a great job of managing that clock here in the second quarter. I mean, they've had the ball, I would say, for almost all the third quarter so far, and really kept the Cardinal offense off the field. And so it's a 7-0 ball game. You know, they can hold here. You go into halftime 7-0 against the Cardinals, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. Here we go, Cardinals now. They want to try to make something happen, put some points on the board. Swing it out. No, Daniel Ramirez under immense pressure. Slips away from 2. Cannot evade the 3rd. Gain of 1 yard for the quarterback, but he was running for his life.
Making the tackle for the Raiders.
Ramirez had a design screen. There were 2 Rivera defenders already in the backfield. He was about 6 yards deep, and he barely got away from number
A gain
12,
of
who tried to
1,
arm
second
tackle him
and
down.
9.
He got back to the line of scrimmage, and they threw him forward for just a gain of 1, 2nd and 9, 5:25 left.
Cardinals protecting that 7-0 lead. Definitely want to expand on it if possible. Second down now call. Ball on the 44-yard line. Man in motion. Ramirez waiting for the snap now. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere to run for the running back. Rivera defense playing strong in the box.
On the stop,
No
number
gain.
24, Gabriel.
There were
Cuellar.
3 Rivera Raiders there ready for the running back. As soon as he broke the line of scrimmage, he met the line of scrimmage and did not get past
No
the line
gain,
of
3rd
scrimmage.
and 9.
3rd and 9. We're under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And the Cardinals going to try to convert on this 3rd and 9. Ramirez looks downfield, wants to pass. No pass rush yet. Lets it fly. Nice catch there by number 3, Ethan Martinez. Hands me right at the marker.
Ramirez finds number 3, Ethan Martinez.
Ethan Martinez had a slant route,
On
and it
the
looks
stop,
like the
number
pass was just a
21, Leo
little bit behind.
Martinez.
Martinez had to come back for it, and
Cardinals
that
first down.
didn't allow him to cut upfield and get past the sticks. But they are giving him
First and
the
10
first
at the
down.
Raider
He got
47.
tackled right there. A generous call, I might say.
1st and 10 now for the Cardinals. 4:17 left to go in the first half. Oh, nice pick up there. Free play. And you're just, no, they're going to call it dead because I think there
got
was
flags
contact on
at
that
the
one. So
line.
Ramirez draws the defenders off sides, but it looks like they made contact with the offensive line, so they're going to have to call it dead.
And this is going to be an encroachment call.
Yeah.
So like Aaron said, it looked like a free play. Reyno was already 20 yards down the field as soon as he saw the defenders go off sides. And so
And if they were just to go off sides and then they snap it, it's free play. But if they go outside and they touch a player, they have to blow it dead because that's encroachment then. And so, good call by the official there. The Cardinals were saying, hey, what happened? That should have been a touchdown, but that was a good call by the official. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5 now for the Cardinals. Sends Martinez in motion. Daniel Ramiro's pistol formation now. We'll hand it off. Castellanos, right-hand side.
Castellanos going around right side.
No, he breaks a tackler there, and he gets enough for the first down. 6-yard pickup for the running back.
he got hit about 3 yards
On
past
the
the line of
stop, number
scrimmage. He
7,
needed
Israel
5. He broke it and fully
Cardinals
extended
first
and
down.
got 6 yards on the play. And they're going to line up quickly. 3:48
First and
left
10
in the
at the
second
Raider,
quarter.
36.
36-yard line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. No huddle for the Cardinals. Trying to draw them offside again, going that hard count. 3:37. Cardinals still have 3 timeouts. The Raiders have burned 1. Cardinals up 7-0. Here we go. Ramirez. Pass. Martinez high. And he's hit
Pass is
quickly. Incomplete pass.
Second down.
The pass was just a little high. He had the space to from the defender that was on him, and the pass was just high. He had to reach up for it, couldn't get a hold of it.
Football
And
fans, don't
we saw
forget
the no
our
huddle look,
concession stands
and they
are
tried to draw him
open
off sides.
and ready.
And we've seen that a
Lots of
lot. And then they look to the
goodies
sideline,
going
get the play. So I'm not seeing that much of a sense of urgency.
No. I agree with you. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Cardinals now. Daniel Ramirez hands off. Castellanos up the middle. Drops his shoulder
Castellanos
pad
up the
level.
middle.
Gain of about 6, maybe even 7
On the
yards on
stop,
that one.
number 21, Leo
Castellanos did a great job. Found a little hole, put his shoulder pad down like you said, and just power through the defensive line.
Third
They
and
stopped him at
4.
about 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. He just kept going, kept turning his legs, got 3rd and 4. He got another 2 yards, and 2 yards makes a whole lot of difference in this situation.
Here we go. Under 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Cardinals ahead 7-0, trying to expand on their lead. Ramirez, play action. Martinez makes a nice move down to the 10. 5, and he's going to get it for the
Ramirez
touchdown.
to Ethan
Touchdown,
Martinez.
Ethan Martinez
Takes it in.
on a
Touchdown.
30-yard catch and run. Excellent yards after the catch for Martinez.
So the design play, Martinez went up, cut back at the sticks, and he just broke the tackle from, I think, number 24, Gabriel Cuellar, I think. And Martinez broke the tackle, and he broke free, got it, broke another tackle late at the 5-yard line, and got into the end zone.
Great effort there by number 3, Ethan Martinez, for the Cardinals. 2nd touchdown catch of the night for him. And he is single-handedly helping the Cardinals get on the
Jacob
board.
Garza,
14-0
extra
your
point
score
is
now from
good.
Bogus Stadium.
2:42
Homecoming
left in the
for
first
the
half.
Cardinals.
14,
2:42 left to go, and the Cardinals just being steady, nothing flashy, no sense of urgency, just playing conservative football, in my opinion, Matthew. But that has been enough to build a 14-0 lead here right before halftime.
The Cardinals have done a great job capitalizing off of turnovers, but the Rivera defense has done well in their ability to pressure the quarterback. Last week, we didn't see the Hawks do that enough, and Ramirez had time to throw, and when he has time to throw, he's lethal. He got 3 completions of 40-plus yard touchdowns last week against the Hawks. Today, his longest completion was this 30-yarder right here. And we're getting ready for the kickoff. 2:42 left in the second quarter. Let's see if the Raiders can get down the field, put some points on the
Fernando
board going to
Martinez kicking
halftime,
off.
something positive, and come out of the locker room ready to come out, and let's see what happens here.
All right, 2:42 left to go in the first half. 14-0 your score. Live audio broadcast again. SportsNow360.com. KHGN here in Harlingen. Great work by students on cameras and the production crew here in the booth. Here we go. 5-yard line out to the 15 now quickly. Makes a nice cut to the 25. Following his blockers out to the 31-yard line. And that is a great return. Best return of the night so far. Number 22 for the Raiders, Jorge Morales.
We have a player down.
We had the Jorge Morales did a great job of returning the kick, getting beside 2 defenders for the Cardinals, cut upfield, got 5 yards, got to the 31-yard line. Great job following his blockers, and we have a Cardinal down. It looks like that's number 92, Sam Alonso.
That's a big loss for the Cardinals. This is an impact player. You know, he's all over the field, does special teams as well. A big body guy too, and so hopefully everything's okay for the Cardinal faithful as they watch on. Definitely a big impact player for the Cardinals.
You say big impact player, not only on the field but off the field. He's a captain for this Cardinal football team. He really is a role model to the other football players on the Cardinal side. And if he is out for an indefinite amount of time, that is a big loss for the Cardinals.
The Cardinals dealing with some injuries. Abel Castaneda, I'm seeing him drop to a knee now. He's out for a while, if not the season. Also, number 14, Riley Salceda. He's on the sideline as well in a knee brace, and he will be lost for the season. And so definitely, you know, injuries have hit hard for the Cardinals early in the season. And so making some way for some younger players also to make their way and show what they have. Waiting for Alonso to get up here as they're working on him. Players from both sides on a knee. Definite concern from the Cardinal faithful on this side. Beautiful night for some football. Looking in the stands on the Harlingen side, it's packed out. Lots of ribbons and homecoming all over the place here, and definitely a good night for some football. The band is on the field tonight, or just off the field, I should say, and student section at
Let's
the
give
end.
a big
in the end
round of
zone.
applause, number 92,
So,
Sam
lots of Cardinal
Alonso.
spirit that never dies here at Bogus tonight. Alonso up on his feet. He is being helped off, and looks like he's favoring that right leg. And so keep you updated as to whether or not he returns tonight, but more importantly, hope he's okay for the long run. But good sign, seeing him be able to get up, and even though with a little bit of help, he's coming off the field walking. Here we go.
Always a great sign when you see a player that gets injured coming off the field. Not necessarily has to be on his own power, but
Right.
he's moving and getting himself off the field with some help.
That's right. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Here we go. Ball on the 31-yard line. They're down 14-0 now with 2:33 left to go in the first half. They do have they have 2 of their timeouts. They did burn one earlier. Cardinals have all 3. And so here we go. Raider football trying to get some movement forward. Quarterback keeper,
Blanco,
nice
the keeper,
space on the
going
left-hand
around
side.
left side, going out
11-yard
of
pick up there for
bounds
number
on
3, Nicholas
43.
Blanco. First down.
A nice design quarterback keeper. As Aaron said, he got down to the 40.
Raiders
They're going to
first
call it the
down.
41-yard line. First down, just got the 10 yards that he needs. And they're going to try to run the ball and get it towards the sidelines, get it out of bounds. And let's see if that works here with tight minute situation.
Seeing him working on Alonso's knees down here, checking him out. And as he gets looked on here, lots of players coming to his side. Just let him know that they're with him. Here we go. 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation for the Raiders. Nicholas Blanco loses the snap there.
Recovered
Falls on
by the
top of it,
Raiders.
but he's going to lose. We're going to call that about 9 yards, Matthew. And that's a big loss there for the Raiders trying to get something going.
And we've seen this,
But
the
Valvande's
center
second
quarterback
quarter score.
communication and just
Weslaco East,
that duo
0.
itself has
San
really
Benito,
been an issue for this
22.
first half for the Raiders. It's really killed some drives. It's caused a turnover. And let's see if the Raiders can bounce back from that 8-yard loss. 2nd and 18, 1:57 left, ball on the 33.
And they're just going to let the clock roll down. 12-11 on the play clock now. And, if they can't get anything going, they definitely want to go to halftime, as is 14-0. Ball game not out of reach yet, obviously. So Raiders going to try to be probably conservative. Here they are. Handoff Jaramillo up the middle.
Amarillo on the carry.
And he'll be hit quickly. No gain on that play. But more importantly, they're going to take it to 3rd down. And about 1:30 left on the clock.
Making the tackle, number 25.
On his way, timeout Cardinals. The Cardinals say, hold on.
Anderson.
We still want some time left on this one. So they're going to call a timeout.
Coach Manning almost figured out what their Raiders game plan was after that fumble. He's going to call his timeouts, and he's going to try to save some clock and drive down the field. Maybe he's going to try to extend this lead for the Cardinals against the Raiders and take it into halftime as an even bigger lead than it is now.
So 132, thanks for listening to this live audio broadcast, wherever it is that you are, whether you're a Raider fan or a Cardinal fan. Perhaps you're a Cardinal alumni listening on this homecoming game, and perhaps you're a Raider fan, could not make the drive tonight, or wherever it is that you are. We're just glad that you're tuning into this live audio broadcast. Again, cannot show live video, only audio. About shortly after the game is over tonight, then the video will be paired up with the audio, obviously, and you'll be able to watch the replay if you would like to do so you can
But Valvande's
see some of the
second
things that
quarter
we're talking
score,
about tonight.
Los Fresnos 14, Harlingen South 0.
Score coming in, Los Fresnos 14, Harlingen South 0. Other district play here that affecting tonight's teams for sure. 132.
3rd and 18
Two timeouts
for the
for each
Raiders.
team now. 3rd down and 18. Cardinals obviously want the ball back to try to extend that lead going into halftime. Rivera going to try to say no. Here we go. Rolling out to the left. Going to let it fly downfield. Well contested ball there. It looks like both were going after it, so no flag on the play. 4th down.
Number 42 did a great job of getting around the offensive tackle. That is Eladio
4th down.
Flores, and making the quarterback get out of the pocket, rolling to his left, which is really hard for a right-arm quarterback to go out to his left and make a deep throw. So great job by the Cardinal defense containing the quarterback. That's an incomplete pass. The Cardinals save a timeout, and that's going to give them 2 on this next drive.
That's right. With 125 remaining, here goes the punt. First punt of the night blocked. And here come the Cardinals. Oh, almost get a beautiful kick. What a nice punt there. And this will be returned. That's number 6, Reina. And he's got some space. Great
Joe Lane
block
on the
there.
punt return.
Clean blocks. And he's got some space to
Raiders
run and some
country
speed
still
to
on
boot.
his feet. Inside the 30,
Down to the 25, 20, 15.
Inside the 20.
Out at the 11-yard line. That is going to be a huge pickup. 30. About a 65, 68-yard pickup. But there is a flag on the play, Matthew.
So the flag on the play, we'll get the call in a minute. But Reina returned it off of bounce at the 20-yard line on the right side of the field. And the penalty was on the kicking team. So that's declined. And they're going to get the ball at the 13-yard line. So,
68.
yeah, so he ran it from the 20-yard line on the right side of the field and got it all the way to the left side to the 13-yard line with a minute left. And they're going to go for the end zone, and if not, kick a field goal and go into this with an even bigger lead than they have now.
Cardinals 1st and 10 at the Raiders 13.
Yeah, about a 67. And like you said, he went from one end of the field to the other, so add another 50 to that. I mean, he ran probably about 120 yards in that play. And just great blocking on that. Go and watch that replay. Textbook punt return. And the Cardinals have an opportunity to extend the lead here. 101 left to go. Pass by Ramirez. Dropped.
Pass is
Great defensive play there by the
Second
Raiders.
down.
Incomplete. Second down.
It was a great defensive play, but we haven't seen the same touch and accuracy and arm that we have of Ramirez in the past 2 games. Let's hope for the Cardinals' sake that it's just a fluke for this first half, or and see if it continues on throughout maybe the next couple games.
Well, good news for Alonso. He's up. He's bouncing around, jumping around. Looks like he wants to get back in this game. So that's good news. Here we go. Pass Ramirez. Slant.
Pass is
Just a little bit
incomplete.
high. He had somebody wide open in the end zone.
Third down.
But he threw the slant route. A little bit high there. Incomplete.
It,
Look at that.
and, you know, he might have actually been trying to throw it
You're right.
to the end zone because it was high and it was to the receiver
That's true.
in the end zone. It was just short. And that's what I'm talking about. We haven't seen the same, you could say, arm that we have in the past couple games. On other days, he would have made that throw.
Wide open in the corner end zone. Here we go. 3rd down and 10 now. Ramirez rolling to his right. He's going to tuck it.
Ramirez on the keeper.
Breaks 2, 3,
Still
4
on his
tackles.
feet.
Still on his feet,
Takes it close
rumbling
to
and
the 5.
stumbling. 9-yard pickup for the quarterback.
On the
4th and
stop,
1 coming up.
21, Leo
And
Martinez.
Ramirez knows it's third. It was 3rd down and 10, and he knew he had to get to the sticks. He broke 4 tackles and just couldn't get to it. He was 3 yards away, 4th and 3. And you think they're going to go for it, or if they're going to kick a field goal?
Well, first and foremost, I'm sorry. It looked like a 4th and 1. I think he stepped out of bounds before that final dive there. So 4th and 3. Oh, man, I don't know. They had some trouble with the field goal. You know, I mean, even tonight, well, their last extra point was really close. So I think they're going to go for it if I had to call it.
Yeah, the snap was really low on the extra point. He almost didn't get it off.
Yeah, I'm looking down. See Rain on the sideline. One of their prominent go-to guys. What'd you see there, Matthew?
Daniel Ramirez, he's on the sideline,
Okay.
helmet
But
off.
fans,
So,
don't
yeah,
forget
I do see the kicker. That's number
concession
85.
stands are open and
Jacob
ready.
Garza, he is in
Lots of
and on the
goodies
field. So
Going down.
they're going to go for the 3 points here.
They might take Page out of some playbooks and take a delay of game and try to get
Maybe
maybe
space.
more space for
Yeah,
him because it is on the right side.
which is good for a right-footed kicker.
Let's see what happens here.
So lining up, this will be about a 23-yard field goal attempt. Nice snap and the kick. It's good.
It was
Wow.
It was good. It was a line drive. That
Jacob
ball
Garza field
got
goal
about
is
the
good.
highest it was about
35
15 yards
seconds
off
in
the
first
ground.
half.
Yeah,
Cardinals
if that.
And it didn't get
17,
even lower. It didn't get lower
0.
than that. It just stayed that way all the way.
I mean, it just cleared the helmets of the offensive line, and it stayed at that height, just a little bit rising enough to get over the crossbar there. That, you know, that's what I said earlier. And you know, for 3 years, I think, you know, the Cardinals was number 85, by the way. I'm trying to remember his name, but you know,
Guillen.
That's right,
Giovanni Guillen.
Giovanni Guillen for 3 years on this field was a money field goal kicker. Man, I mean, I think we saw him kick a 55-yarder, if I remember correctly.
Last year, Battle of the Royal.
And in warm-ups, we saw him, I think, kick a 60-yarder, I feel. And so, you know, they're missing that a little bit this year. They're rotating a couple guys in the kicker. I think they're young guys. Getting the job done, though. So that time, Jacob Garza comes up and he gets the job done. So it doesn't have to look pretty as long as it goes through, and it did. So 17-0 is your score here with 35 seconds left to go in the first half.
I say if it goes in between the
Fernando
left and right and
Martinez
above the
kicking
bottom,
off.
then he's a great kicker.
It's good. That's right. Better than I can do, that's for sure.
If you gave me a 20-yard field goal, I'd probably hit it 8 yards short.
You probably hit the back of someone's helmet. Have you? Here we go. See, here's another kicker now, number 83 for the Cardinals, Fernando Martinez. So he handles kickoff duties. Beautiful kick. That will come down about the 5-yard line. It will be returned out to the 15
Jorge
now.
Morales
20,
on the kickoff
25,
return.
28-yard
Takes it close to the 30.
line. He'll be taken down. Great looking return there. I believe that was number
On the stop,
22.
number 45,
On the
Trey
return.
Baez.
Jorge Morales.
I think we're just going to see the Raiders either take a knee or just run it.
Yeah.
Let the clock go down. There's only 30 seconds, 29-yard line. I suggest take a knee, take it in the halftime, come out strong. Let's see how they can handle it in the second half.
You got to give some credit to the Raiders defense. I feel like the Cardinals had an opportunity to score perhaps double what's on that scoreboard right now. And the defense held even that last drive. For sure thought Cardinals were going to punch in for a touchdown. They held them to a field goal. So great job by the Raiders.
Cardinals offense only needed 13 yards.
Yeah.
And they only got 7. So you're right. Great job to the Raiders defense. I give them credit.
17-0 is down by a lot, but you're in the game. So they're going to take it into the locker room here at halftime. That'll be the last snap. And Matthew, let's finish off the first half here. What you got? What's paint us a picture here?
I liked what I saw from the Raiders.
That'll be the end
I
of the
think it
first
was their
half.
fourth drive.
Cardinals
They started moving the ball down the
17,
field.
Raiders
Really
0.
killed them was that turnover by the center snap. But I liked it. They went from the 30-yard line to the 45 of the Cardinals. They were moving down the field. They did a great job. Cardinals defense has done a great job to where the Raiders had that one great drive. But other than that, they've had great field position caused by the Cardinals. Cardinals offense has done a really good job of capitalizing off of turnovers, and the Raiders defense, when needed, they stopped them.
All right, here we go. 17-0 is your score here at halftime. We're going to take about a 28-minute break here, and we will be back after halftime festivities here at Bogus Stadium. Again, homecoming night for the Cardinals, and we will be back shortly. Thanks for tuning into this live audio broadcast. We're glad to bring it to you from the booth here at Bogus Stadium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's halftime presentation. At this time, please help me in welcoming you to the and this will be rise in the blue period, freshman, Cardinals. Good job. Relax and enjoy the ensemble performance of the tune led by Jay Donnelly. Special thanks to Dance Director Yvette Bennett and Dance Assistant Claudia Coronado. Also special thanks to Fine Arts Administrator Dr. Rebecca Rendon as well as Rivera Harlingen Public High School everlasting support.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Brownsville Independent School District and Simon Rivera Early College High School are proud to continue your halftime entertainment this evening.
Yeah, this is Brownsville. Oh my gosh, Joe. Joe, can you hear me? Joe, can you hear me? Oh, Joe, can you hear me? It's Alex. Can you hear
Please help me in welcoming to the field the Brownsville section, the Rivera Marching Band. Carlos Garcia and Julio Molina. The Raider Band section will begin the alto saxophone. Band members of the week are Joshua Lamont, Edmundo Gaspar, and Rene Mendez. And now, sit back and enjoy the Raider Band's 2017 UI Marching Show, that feeling that can only be described in French. This is Deja Vu. Area Assistant Superintendent Bella Alphonse, Finance Administrator Dr. Rebecca Dondon, Supervisor Institutional Music Mr. Michael Ramirez, the Garcia and Perkins Middle School Band staff, the hard-working Rivera Band boosters, and all Raider fans everywhere for your support. The Raider Band would like to extend best wishes to the Harlingen High School Cardinal Band for much success this marching season. Thank you and good night.
Turn the volume down as low as I talk. Or it's like Cardinals. Like, good job, Summer. You're prepared for the day.
And now, to the field, award-winning Harlingen High School Band. The cadets are now reaching the instrumental and the Finley Arena. The cadets march the organization to the HCISD School Board. The HHH administration and faculty, the family, and their fans. Thank you for supporting talented dancers. The cadets are led by First Lieutenant Brian Two. Captain Thomas. Major Anita King.
Oh my God.
And the 2017-2018 Colonel Cardinals. The cadets will be representing Cardinals in Diamante Contreras. The Sierra Cadets are working hard to uphold the tradition of a long-standing organization. Though we may have to up and down, we know this is our house, our place to learn and grow. We know together we can achieve great things. We hope you enjoy this market performance in the hit My House. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Take it away, Cadets.
Yo, do you want tight socks right now?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce the award-winning 10-time Texas All-State Marching Band of Bands of America Regional Champion, 20 years of consecutive Division I ratings at the UIL Pigskin Jubilee, Please welcome the Harlingen High School Big Red Cardinal Band! Directors for the Cardinal Band are Maria Corona, Rob Lawrence, Melanie Tuan, Manuel Ramos, Mark Blanco, and Andrea Garcia. Please enjoy our UIL show entitled The Twilight Zone. Drumming, is your band ready?
Yes, I do. Are you being serious? I knew that.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. Dimension not only in sight and sound, you have just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Escaping an endless sea of hallways, we find our fair lady locked away. Hypnotized by her own reflection.
over the Rivera Raiders. Harlingen will be receiving the second half as both teams made their way onto the field and ready to get things started here in the second half. Thanks for joining us in this live audio broadcast brought to you from the booth here at Bogus Stadium. Again, cannot show live video according to UIL rules. Aaron Sines with Matthew Cavazos in the booth.
The Cardinals are set to receive the second half kickoff. Let's see, right now, down by 3 scores, the Raiders. They need to get a stop here and carry that momentum. Let's see if they can get a score afterward. Right now, they should be focused on stopping the Cardinals from advancing and putting any more points on the board on this drive right here.
Here we go. Donnie Seta, number 88, along with number 20, Jesus Galvan, deep to return for the Cardinals. A couple of newbies back there returning. It makes me question whether or not the Cardinals will be running some new players in here in the second half, trying to get some experience for district play. Game is not out of hand for the Rivera Raiders, though. At least not yet. Harlingen Cardinals have a say-so in that as they get ready for the first drive of the second half. Back deep to return, the Cardinals. The Raiders ready to kick off. And here we go. Booming kickoff coming down about the 10-yard line. Little confusion there. Picked up out to the 15, 20-yard line. Makes a move, 30, 35, 40. Cuts inside of the 45, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. That's number 11 for the Cardinals, Luke McNabb. Great return out to the 42-yard line.
Kickoff went right to the 15-yard line. McNabb backed up. The returner, number 20, Jesus Galvan, also went up. They hit each other. McNabb still has it. He caught the ball. He comes in, breaks a tackle, finds a hole, and gets all the way to the 42-yard line.
Nice pick up there for number 11, McNabb. Ball at the 42-yard line. Daniel Ramirez, number 24, along in the backfield. That is going to be Juan Villegas, along with number 1, Ralph Castellanos. Handoff to Castellanos. Up the middle, breaks it to the outside. Tackler, number 42, on the play for the Raiders. No gain.
Raiders did a great job of crowding that line of scrimmage, expecting the run. Stopped them for no gain on the play. Second down.
Second down and 10, ball on the 42-yard line. Just started the second half. Thanks for joining us. Live audio coming to you from Bogus Stadium. District play, Raiders versus the Cardinals. Daniel Ramirez in the pistol formation. Number 1, Castellanos in the backfield. Two wide receivers, twins on the right-hand side. Stacked. Will they pass? Second down. Nope, handoff. Castellanos up the middle, drops his shoulder pad level. Dives forward, gain of 2 yards for number 1.
Looked like just a little bit of a delayed handoff there. Castellanos gets it, goes up the middle, 2 yards on the play. Put his shoulder down, barely got those 2 yards. 3rd and 8.
Homecoming for the Cardinals. Rivera trying to play the spoiler tonight. We'll have to come up with a big defensive stand here. 3rd down and 8. Ramirez downfield, lets it fly. Leads the receiver too much. Incomplete pass.
It looked like there was some contact, but I don't think the refs could call a flag because the ball just looked like it was just a little too far out of reach of the receiver. Even without the contact, I don't think he would have been able to get there. So we're going to see the punt unit 4th and 8, 44-yard line. The Raiders are going to have a lot of field to work with if they want to come down and score points.
You know, Matthew, Ramirez just not looking as sharp as he has the last 2 games, especially last game. Just a little bit off touch on those passes. Not where he was last week, but definitely time to improve here late in the game. 10:36, punt time for the Cardinals. Number 36. Nice looking punt again. Comes down to the 30 and bounces backwards. So the Cardinals will down it about the 30-yard line. Rivera Raiders doing a great job, 3 and out. And they will have a chance here to get on the board early in the second half. Down 17 to the Cardinals.
On that punt, the Raiders were looking to try to get a big return. The punter had no pressure. The snap was low. He picked it up. He waited about 3 seconds and then let the kick go. And the Raiders were already ready. They were trying to get a big return in, give the offense some less field to work with as their offense hasn't been clicking as well as it has been recently.
Number 36, Rick De Leon. Doing a great job punting for the Cardinals tonight. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Ball on the 30-yard line. Number 3, Nicholas Blanco. Man in motion. Looks to pass. Screen being set up. Almost intercepted by the Cardinals. Great jump on the ball on 23. Marcos San Miguel.
Like you said, great jump on the ball. A design screen broken up. Sam Alonso back in the game, and he was the one that pressured the quarterback, number 23. Just jumped a little too far, you could say, and it just went right behind him, right through the hands.
Sam Alonso went down with an injury, but just for a little while there at the end of the first half, and he is back and wreaking havoc already. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Down 17 to start off the second half. Quarterback keeper up the middle, nowhere to go, and that's Alonso. And that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards.
And there he is. If you're a Cardinal faithful, you're glad to hear and see that number on the defensive end on the left side, the edge. He does a great job of containing it, just like he did on that play. The quarterback, Blanco, tries to get outside towards the edge on the quarterback keeper. Alonso comes in, passes the offensive tackle, comes inside and tackles him at the line of scrimmage. Oh, nope. He lost 3 yards.
Yep. Loss of 3 yards on that one. So that's going to go down as a sack for Alonso. 9:40. Here we go. 3rd down, 13 coming up for the Raiders. Desperately trying to make something happen on this drive. Great job by the defense. Offense trying to come back. Lets it fly downfield, and he overthrows the receiver by about 8 yards there. Incomplete pass. Punt unit comes onto the field for the Raiders.
He tries to throw a deep ball, and number 82, the intended receiver, the Cardinal defender was behind him, and he just threw it about 8 yards in front of any player on the field at that point. So it looked like he was just trying to get the ball out of his hands. And now we're going to see the punt unit once again for the Raiders coming back. Cardinals look like they're going to get some good field position. The returner's lined up at the 35.
Nice snap. No pressure coming this time. He's going to get off a beautiful looking punt. Will be fielded, and he calls fair catch on that one. Lots of space for called fair catch. So it'll be down at the 43-yard line.
And a lot of hang time there. I guess he thought that the Raiders were already almost down the field and close to him. He calls the fair catch. He didn't really look down the field. He just looked at, and he just felt the hang time and how high it was, and he thought, might as well call fair catch, keep it safe. He looks down, and I think he regrets that call just a little bit.
Yeah, I think he fair caught it, looked up, and was like, oh, had some space there. But either way, ball was safe, which is your number one duty as a returner. And they will have a shot here with a 1st and 10 ball on the 43-yard line, their own 43. Cardinals up 17-0. in the second half. Play action. Ramirez unleashes it to Martinez. Martinez tackled about 4-yard gain for the receiver.
A nice fake handoff there. The defensive end got free from the right side, and he saw he was coming towards the running back after the fake handoff, and Ramirez just lets it fly. 4-yard completion on the design, I think, screen pass, and the defender was right there waiting.
2nd and 6 for the Cardinals. Daniel Ramirez Castellanos in the backfield. They'll look to the sideline for the play call. 3 wide receivers to his left, trips left. Snap, looking downfield, wants to pass. Screen set up to Castellanos. Castellanos up in the middle of the field. Nicely constructed play. First down for the Cardinals on the pickup of about 8 yards.
Castellanos gained 7. Design screen pass. Ramirez runs back, gets the defensive line following him, throws the screen pass to number 1. And I think he might have had a little bit more room if he had cut towards the outside. But he got the first down anyway, and that's what's important for the Cardinals on this drive.
Going to the line of scrimmage quickly, but taking a pause, looking to the sideline for the play. Ramirez shifts Castellanos to his side now, moves him back to the other side now. Snap coming. Looks downfield, play action, screen set up again, this time for Martinez. Martinez first down and more. 30, 25, 20. Makes a big cut, breaks 1, 2, 3 tacklers down to the 20-yard line. Nice pickup there for Martinez, 26 yards.
Martinez caught the ball about 10 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he's just a great open field receiver. If he has the space, he makes a move on number 21, the defender. The defender gets tripped up just a little bit. Martinez is off to the races all the way down to the 20-yard line. That's a 20-yard gain for the Cardinals.
Well, last week it was all number 6, Reina. Tonight it's all number 3, Martinez. And he's doing a great job keeping the torch going for those Cardinal receivers. 7:30 left to go in the third quarter. 17-0 Cardinals lead. Pass caught. Quickly pushed out of bounds. Gain of 2 yards for number 19, Jaime Galavan.
You brought up how last week it was number 6. This week it's number 3. I think looking back into the years, I think this is the best passing core that the Cardinals have had, with Ramirez, one of the better passing quarterbacks of the Cardinals, and the receivers. Anyone has a chance to make a big play at any moment for the receivers.
I agree with that statement. I think it started in 7-on-7 this past summer. I mean, it's really starting to click with that receiving core. 2nd down and 8 now for the Cardinals. I mean, he just wants to pass downfield, lets it fly. Wide open receiver in the end zone, touchdown. And talk about number 6. He must have heard us up in the booth, Joe Reina. After, what, a 3-touchdown game last week?
3 touchdowns last
in his
week.
first one tonight.
He almost hit the century mark last week. He had 99 yards. And this time he gets the touchdown. That was about, I think, a 20-yard pass and catch, just wide open in the end zone. Looked like a miscommunication, a breakdown. But Reina gets a great job. He was in the end zone, and Ramirez finds him, and he has the touch that we saw. And it looks like he's gotten it back so far. Last week at South, he played really well, and he's starting to get back. The kick is high, and the extra point is good. Where the Cardinals are up 24-0 with 6:48 left in the third quarter, and the Raiders are going to set up and return this kick. And the Raiders need to get some points on this board if they want to stay in the game at this moment. And if the Cardinals do get it back, they're going to play time control, possession of the ball, time of possession. They're going to play conservative. So right now, we're going to see the Raiders and their offense. I'd like to see a little bit of different play calling, maybe mix it up a little bit for the Cardinal defense. They're used to the inside run, the design screen. So maybe switch it up a little bit and let's see, catch the Cardinal defense off guard, maybe a big play.
All right, now Harlingen High Cardinals rolling now 24-0. The Raiders trying desperately to make something happen here. Trying to spoil homecoming tonight for the Cardinals, but so far it has been all Cardinals. 24-0. Press the play, and just kind of commenting again. I said last week was all number 6. Joe Reina had a phenomenal game in the Bird Bowl here against Harlingen South. And tonight, Martinez, Ethan, has been on the receiving end of those Daniel Ramirez touch passes. And just Reina doing a great job streaking across on that slant. Big touchdown. Here we go. Kickoff now. Rivera will field this one at the 14-yard line. Out to the 20. Jaramillo spins out of one tackler, but runs into 3 more, and he'll come down about the 19-yard line. The Rivera Raiders will start there.
The ball bounced up for the Cardinals kickoff. He bounced up. He got it at the 14-yard line. And like you said, Camarillo got the ball, ran up 5 yards, spun out of a tackle, and then was met by 3 more Cardinals ready for the returner. It's 1st and 10, 6:39, ball on the 20-yard line. The Raiders need to get their offense clicking now, down 24-0.
And here we go. Raiders to the line of scrimmage now. Number 3, Nicholas Blanco calling the shots. It looks like they're going with the running back, number 28. He's going to run on the outside. Now turns it upfield. And he will gain about 2 yards there. That's 28, Ryan Herrera.
Herrera did a great job of staying patient. He stayed in the backfield for about 3 seconds there, waiting for his blockers to form a nice hole or a gap, and he cut up 2 yards. Great tackling by the Cardinal defenders, getting low and getting his legs wrapped up and taking him down.
Best way to tackle him, number 28. He's going to bring some thunder when he comes, and so tackle him low, get those legs taken up, and he'll come down, but not after a good little pickup there. 2nd down and 8 coming up now for the Raiders. And it looks like Amarillo is back in the backfield. Going to be quarterback lead draw. Keeper for number 3, Blanco, and he'll only pick up 2 on that one.
Blanco got around the first defensive end and couldn't get around number 23, Marco San Miguel. Great tackle there, 3rd and 6. And we always talk about having a diverse running back, you can say, committee. And with number 9, Quinte Smith going down, we have now the Thunder, number 28, and the Lightning, the receiver, Camarillo. Let's see if they use that a little more as we go on here.
3rd down and 6 coming up for the Raiders. They are in their own territory on the 24-yard line. Cardinals want desperately to keep them there. The Raiders need to make something happen from first down. Looking downfield. Here comes the pressure. Rolls out. Fumble on the play. The ball is on the ground. Either way, it's going to be some bad field position here for the Rivera Raiders. Penalty. As one of the players looks to step over another player. So they're going to call that. It looks like Rivera will hold on to the football, but it's going to be a huge loss and a penalty.
The referee was trying to disperse the crowd of players there as they were fighting for the ball, and a player just looked like he pushed down on another player, and that's enough to call a foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Probably, it looks like it's going to be on the Raiders. They're going to have to punt from way back in their end zone.
So they're marking the ball down at the 6-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call, Matthew. And that was in the pile up there, and it looked like one of the Raider players kind of stepped over and used another player from the Cardinals to pick himself up. So they called it right away. Now, keep in mind that early in the first quarter, the Cardinals were able to get some deep penetration on a punt and block it. They will be looking to do the same, as the punter has a very short field to work with. He's backed up almost about 2 yards from the back of the end zone. And so here come the Cardinals on this 4th down and 24 punt. Now they're going to back off, and they're going to let Reina utilize blockers on this one. Flag on the play. That's going against the Cardinals, I'll tell you right now. Reina's going to... Reina gets tackled by his own player.
And right now we saw a big punt return earlier in the game. Nearing the end of the first half, he returned it from the right side of the 20, 68 yards all the way to the 13-yard line. And now we see another big return. He had the space. He tries to cut back, and his blocker came back also, and they just ran into each other right there.
And I don't know if out of the corner of his eye, Alonso thought it was a Raider, so he was like, I want to block this guy. And ended up being his own guy, and so he laid him out, kind of. Either way, I could see the block. They're going to call it block in the back. They're going to call it holding something, but it was very evident right about the 16-yard line. That should go against Harlingen. So if he wouldn't have been hit by his own player, that would have been a touchdown. But it's coming back either way. Unsportsmanlike is they're going to call on it.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. See, I saw a gray jersey on the ground, and I saw a black jersey on top.
Oh, okay.
And so it looked like he was purposely holding him down, and so that makes sense. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, you can't just get on top of a player already down.
It's not wrestling. It's
Yeah.
football.
If you knock him down, you go get someone else. That's what happens.
So, what a big story that would have been if you would have broken that for a touchdown, been called back, and some laughs on the sideline right now because, go back and watch the replay, and it was total instinct, and you got to give number 92 some credit. I think you thought it was a Raider. He just laid him out, and he was like, "Oh, that's my own guy." So,
I don't think anyone expected the returner to be up there that quickly.
no,
And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this guy and try to give him some space." And he looks back. He looks down at the ground after the play, and he realizes that could have been a touchdown.
When you're up 24-0, you can laugh about things like that. So, or maybe you can't. I don't know. We'll see. Still time left on the clock. Either way, 24-0, 4:33 left to go in the ball game. And the Cardinals, after moving the ball around a couple of times, finally ends up at the 37-yard line of the Raiders. And so they have excellent field position.
This is about where he returned the punt.
And here we go. First down for the Cardinals. Takes a snap. Downfield. Flush from the pocket, running to his right now. Has a receiver wide open, connects. That's Martinez. Martinez makes a nice move. Down to the 20-yard line goes number 3, Martinez.
And this is what we saw last week from Ramirez. Whenever he was pressured, he showed the ability to stay calm even when he was outside the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, and make the pass. Great job by Martinez following the scramble drill, getting to where his quarterback can get an easy ball into him. No defender near him when he got the ball, and now they're down to 21, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 down at Almeida's, showing flashes of that brilliance that we saw last week. I missed a little bit of rustiness, but he's looking good here in the second half. Castellanos to the edge. He's got the corner, and he's got the touchdown. Cardinals. As number 1, Ralph Castellanos scampers in on a 21-yard rushing touchdown.
And the blocking from the Cardinals was superb there. He broke a tackle in the backfield. They held it. He got the edge. He was not met by another defender till he hit the 3-yard line where he got wrapped up, but he just fully extended and got the ball past the pylon. And they're lining up for the extra point now. And 30-0, this is Castellanos' first touchdown of the evening. They're ready to kick the ball, and it's up. And the refs are going to call it good. 31-0, Cardinals, 4:05. The Raiders, as Aaron said earlier, trying to spoil homecoming. Not looking good so far, 31-0, 4:05 left in the third. Raiders are going to return the kick, and we'll see what they can do from there. And we're going to wait for the referee to officially start play here. From the Raiders right now, I think we need to see a little bit more of the running back committee and just maybe let's get the offensive line to open up more holes and contain the defensive line for longer than they have been recently. The defensive line has done a great job of penetrating into the backfield within 2 seconds of the snap or 3 seconds, and that's not enough time for a quarterback. It sounds like a lot of time, but it's not. The receivers need time to get down the field if he's going to pass, and the running back needs time to get the ball and go with his head of steam. And they just haven't had it so far. So right now, let's see if they can make the adjustments necessary to get points on the board.
All right, here we go. Matthew doing an excellent job here in the booth. Matthew Colossus, Aaron Sines, bringing this live audio coverage. Thanks for joining us. 4:05 left to go in the third quarter. 31-0, the Cardinals in the lead. Here in a second, we'll try to get you some scores from around the district, around the valley, perhaps. As you get ready for this kickoff to the Raiders. Raiders want to start working on things for next week and the weeks to come. And so definitely stay tuned in this broadcast. Hopefully we get to see some plays coming up here towards the end of the game. Raiders talking about plays. Nice pick up there. Out to the 29-yard line goes the returner. Trying to get some good field position for the Raiders as the line makes its way out onto the field first.
And we have those score updates that Aaron requested. Crosstown rivals for Harlingen High. Harlingen South down 28-0 in the third quarter at Los Fresnos. A big game of two of the top contenders out in Weslaco. San Benito, Weslaco East. San Benito leads 29-14 in the third quarter. Weslaco High is up right now against Brownsville Hannah, 21-17. And that's it for District 32 6A.
Timeout, Rivera Raiders. Before they even get the drive started, we're going to take a moment to think about this.
They're going to think about how to approach this drive.
You know, we haven't seen them go to the air. I mean, the couple times that they've gone to the air, Matthew, it's been some overthrown footballs, but not too many times. I mean, probably the attempts have been under a handful maybe. And so, you know, if you're Rivera, I'm saying, why not? You know, and let's talk about the Cardinals real quick. Early on in the season, they were tested by Mission Vets. And then late in the second half against Reagan, they were tested in the air, and especially mid to, you know, to deep balls. And the secondary had to scramble in those games. So, you know, if you're Rivera, I say, why not? Let's chunk it down the field. Let's see what we can get. See if we can expose maybe that secondary that is having a little bit of trouble for Harlingen. So, nice to see some pass plays from Rivera.
I think you're right. The Cardinal secondary, when tested with deep balls, like you said, against Reagan, 20-7, they were up in the fourth.
Right.
They brought in another quarterback who had the ability to push the ball downfield, and it really gave the Cardinals trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
Late in that fourth quarter. They barely came out with the win, but they gave them issues.
So let's see what Rivera does here. They listen to us up here in the booth, probably not, but well, here they go, going to the pass on the first down, but here comes the pressure up the middle, and that's going to be a quarterback sack. Too much time, Elisat Perales, 44, getting to the quarterback. Big loss, 11 yards.
Number 44, there was a gap in the offensive line. Number 44, Elisat Perales finds it, and he sacks the quarterback for a nice 11-yard sack. And, you know, that's the issue with trying to go through the air against this Cardinal defense. Even if the Cardinal secondary is a bit shaky, it's hard for the quarterback to get the time to throw the ball deep whenever you have their defensive line and their front seven, which is just a monster to everyone in 32-6A.
All right, you better now hand off. Cut to the middle, but nothing there. Loss of a yard, perhaps, on the play for the Rivera Raiders.
Yeah, there was nothing there. He tried to improvise, come up the middle, and he just got chipped from below the waist, and he fell, lost a yard. 3rd and 21, ball on the 17, 2:50 left in the third quarter. You think air it down?
Why not? You know, I mean, yes, like you said, the trouble with airing out against the Cardinals is that they're going to bring the pressure, and they're going to, if you don't get rid of the ball, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, they're coming, and you're probably not going to get it off. So you are going to air it. You got to make a quick decision just like that. Pass it out to the outside, trying to get a little wide receiver screen going. Nothing doing there. They gained 4 yards on it. That's not a bad strategy. Get 4 or 5 yards on every little dunk, move the ball downfield. But punt unit comes out now.
And you're right. You have 3 plays to get 10 yards.
Yeah.
That means you can get an average of about 3.5 yards a play, and you're there. You're at the first down every 3 downs. So if you can just get the methodical 4-yard gain, run it up the middle, 3 yards, then you're at a 3rd and 3, and that's much easier to handle than 3rd and 22.
Punt unit now for Rivera. Great snap. Good looking punt again. And this is going to be Ryan Wally who muffs it. Ball's on the ground. And this may be Rivera's football. Let's see. No, he's able to recover it.
Scary moment for the Cardinals there.
Yeah.
Wally tried to get it off the bounce. He just missed. He tried to dive on it. It looked like he missed, but then he got on top of the ball, and now it's Cardinal football. If there has been a highlight so far for the Raiders, really good. The punter has been, I know it sounds weird, but he's hit 50-yard punts.
Yeah.
And even though he's punting from inside his own 10
That's right.
about 3 times, he's given the Cardinals field position starting from their side of the field.
Yeah.
Which means he has to kick it
With pressure coming most of the time.
Yeah, he has to kick it at least 55, 60
right.
yards.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. The punter for the Raiders has been phenomenal. Here we go. New quarterback in for the Cardinals. Play action. Here comes the pressure. Lets it fly. Intercepted by the Raiders. And he's going to return this for a few yards there. And first pass play, and get a number for you. That's number 17 for the Cardinals.
Damon Cantu.
Interception.
It looked like he saw the intermediate route, and I don't know. He threw it behind. It looked like he wasn't ready there. He just threw it behind the receiver. A good 2 yards. Also tipped by the defender, and then eventually intercepted by number 10, Benny Prado, the free safety. He sees the ball, tip drill, he gets it, returns it for about 10 yards, and now Rivera has the best field position they've had all day.
They sure do, and they're going to go to work, and they're still trying to get on that scoreboard. Harlingen loves to pitch shutouts. Almost did it against the South Hawks last week, but South Hawks scored in under the 2 minutes in the game. So the Rivera Raiders want to definitely ruin that shutout here. We're not going to do it like that. 3-yard loss, second down, and 13 coming up for the Raiders.
Another screen pass they try to number 22, George Morales. And he gets tackled, 3-yard loss. And number 12, the corner, did a really good job of avoiding the block, which has been the real issue for Rivera when they try screen passes. The receivers haven't gone out and blocked the corners when they need to. The corners have really done a great job of stopping the screen from developing.
Second down, 12, almost 13 now for the Raiders. And number 3, Nicholas Blanco will hand it off to his running back. Left-hand side, space there to run. Spinning down. Nice pickup there, about 7 yards. Be short of the first down marker, but good run there for 28.
Like you said, 7-yard gain. It will be 3rd and 4. So he did get 8 yards, and he spun about 3 yards there. They threw him in, and he just gained a nice little extra yard. And he's been a really good highlight. When they find a hole for him, he's done a great job of cutting upfield and using his power to just go in and get past the first half of the Cardinal defense.
Third down coming up. This will be the last play in the third quarter, looks like, if they snap it here. And they do. Here we go. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Defensive pressure up the middle, and he's going to lose 2 yards on that one. That'll do it for the third quarter here. 31-0 is your score from Bogus Stadium. Homecoming now for the Cardinals, and the Raiders still scoreless.
Like we said, quarterback keeper. They snapped the ball late in the third. He comes up, and he's met by 4 Cardinal defenders as soon as he tucks his head down. And that's the issue with playing the Cardinals. If you're the offensive coordinator or the head coach, you have to get your offensive line to somehow hold this Cardinal defensive line, which they have been traditionally good with that front 7. And right now, 4th and about 8 at the 40-yard line. So I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Matthew. I think they are going to go for it. Number 3, Nicholas Blanco coming onto the field. And they got to go for it. So 12 minutes left to go. That's the last quarter starting here at Bogus. And the Cardinals trying to pitch a shutout. And the Raiders trying to get on the board. So here we go. Battle. Who wants it more? Maybe on this drive. Big 4th down for the Rivera Raiders. Personnel confusion looks like for the Raiders. And finally they get it set. And they got about 15 seconds left to go. They're going to spread it out with 4 wide receivers here. And let's see if they go to the air. 4th down and 6. Pass coming. Nice pass. Great catch by number 22 for the Raiders, Jorge Morales. And that's enough for a first down.
It looked like they were playing some zone coverage, and he just snuck behind the line. It's that little sweet spot behind the linebacker and right in front of the free safety. And he got it. 6-yard gain, turned into 7 yards, and that's what got him the first down. Ball's on the 32, 1st and 10. With 11:40 left to go in the game.
So the hopes for the Rivera Raiders to get on the scoreboard just got that much brighter with that nice first down pickup on 4th down. 1st and 10 now, ball on the 32-yard line. Down 31-0, Rivera Raiders trying to knock on the door. Nice pass down the field and just overthrown to the receiver. He had a wide open lane to the end zone there, Matthew, just overthrown.
You brought him up earlier, Oscar Lozoya. He's number 88. He's a big receiver. He just got behind the corner and the free safety. The ball was just a little overthrown. It was about 3 yards ahead of him. He had one hand on it and couldn't reel it in at the 10-yard line. It would have been a walk-in touchdown.
Well, I was looking at number 88 here on this end of the field here, and he's just a good-looking receiver. You know, he's probably, I don't know, he's over 6 foot or so, and he's got the height, got the speed, just hasn't been thrown to. So maybe you're going to go to him again here soon. Nice slot pick. That was the same shot that they took for the first down, Matthew. This time, receiver couldn't haul it in. Good throw by the quarterback, though.
It was a good throw. It looked like it was right in the numbers from here. It just bounced off the fingertips. Oh, it looked like he didn't get his hand on it, hit his helmet. So what turned into an almost 7-yard gain turned into an incompletion. 3rd and 10. Do they air it out again to 88?
He's there. I would say give it a shot. 3rd down and 10, though. Ball in 32, 11-17 clock stopping now with those incomplete passes. I got number 88 here close to us on the sideline. Watching out for him. Quarterback scanning the field, left-hand side, lets it fly, and he just underthrows the receiver that time, not giving him a chance. Looks like he expected the receiver to do a little comeback. He kept going. Incomplete.
Looked like some miscommunication, as Aaron said. He was expecting a pass to just directly at the sticks, you could say, because it hit the first down marker. So he was expecting, like you said, a comeback route right at the sideline so he can get out of bounds. Easy first down. But that looks like it didn't happen. He just kept going. 4th and 10, they're going to go for it again with 11 left on the clock.
Another 4th down. Could it be another 4th down completion for first down? Looking downfield, wants to pass. Lets it fly. There's his receiver on the corner of the field there, and he's going to catch that. 12-yard pickup, and a great job there by the receiver. And I believe that's number 88.
That looks like the route that from the last play that he was supposed to run. And it was just 2 yards, 3 yards in front of the first down marker. They're at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. They're doing a really good job with those intermediate routes. And like you said, testing the Cardinals secondary and not letting their defensive line get to the quarterback and put pressure on him.
1st and 10 now for the Raiders. They want to score. Here you go, pass setting up. Here comes the pressure, rolls out of the pocket now, looking downfield, lets it fly. Caught at the 10-yard line, makes a shake down to the 5. That's another first down for the Raiders. They're moving the chains in the air.
And there it is again, the scramble drill. Number 3, Blanco, the quarterback, gets it to number 20. I believe that's number 23, Michael Duran, who ran to the right as soon as he saw his quarterback go to the right, and he met up with him at the 10-yard line, cut up field, got to the 5, and got tackled there by 3 Cardinals. Down at the 5-yard line, let's see if they can punch it in.
I tell you what, we talked about it earlier, just a while ago. The passing attack has hurt the Cardinals here in the beginning of the season, and so Rivera going in the air has been able to move the ball. This time's the quarterback keeper up the middle. He stretches for the end zone. Does he get a touchdown? Raiders.
Great job by Blanco finding the gap. It was a design quarterback keeper. Great job by the offensive line creating that hole right in the middle, and he cuts to the left, gets almost tripped up, and he just extends the football, gets it past the goal line, and we're going to see an extra point here by the Raiders.
The Raiders. The board 6-31, pending the extra point now. And we get to see the extra point kicker with those bright neon green shoes for the first time tonight. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. And it is good.
And, you know, I've seen from the Cardinal games that we've had here, it looks like in the 4th quarter, they don't play as aggressive,
Right.
which causes the secondary to be tested more, which allows the opposing teams to get points. Like you saw against Reagan, they were trying to play more prevent, and they don't play well prevent because their specialty is getting pressure to the quarterback and making him mess up.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think that's one side of it, and I think the other side of it also is that in the 4th quarter, teams who are behind, guess what they do? They pass. And I think that is just an area, it may not be a weakness for the Cardinals, but it's definitely an area where they struggled a little bit. And so in the 4th quarter, now you're seeing Rivera come on. They're just passing the ball. They're chunking it downfield. And that's an area where the Cardinals are trying to work on right now. And so it's a combination of not the aggression that we've seen up until this point in the game. I agree with you. And I think it's also just the higher percentage of passes or plays are passes for the opposing offenses. Same thing happened with the Birdwell last week when South in the last drive just started passing the ball. New quarterback, by the way, and they moved the ball in the Cardinals. So I think it is a combination of the two.
You brought up the new quarterback. They have a little bit of a situation there.
Yeah.
They're going to have to figure that out real soon if they want to stay in the playoff picture here in 32-6A.
Here we go now. 10:25 left to go in the ball game. 31-7. And Rivera, pooch kick. It looks like that's going to go out of bounds, and it does. So flag will come down. And they'll either take the penalty or the re-kick.
I've liked what I've seen from the Raiders so far. In the last drive, especially the intermediate routes, getting behind the zones, getting in between the linebacker free safety, getting in between the corner linebacker. They do a really good job, and the quarterback has been making those throws really well. Just there was a couple miscommunications and one overthrow, and that drive could have ended a lot sooner had the throw been 3 yards shorter on the throw to 88. That was just a little too high for him at the 10-yard line.
So they'll take the penalty here, so they'll move the ball upfield. So Cardinals will have the ball at the 35-yard line. And they will go to work.
Is that Wildcat? Number 19, Jaime Galvan?
He did run Wildcat last, and he threw the ball out of the Wildcat, by the way. We did see a number 17 come in, Damon Cantu, but now 19, Jaime Galvan. He's in that quarterback position.
He is the starting receiver, so this is interesting to see.
See number 11, Luke McNabb, who had an excellent run back earlier. So he's playing some receiver now too. So get some new names on the field. Handoff, left-hand side. Here goes number 20. Nice shake to the inside. That's Jesus Galvan. He'll gain about 2 on that play.
And we've seen him earlier on some kick returns and special teams. He looks like he's a good runner. He's, from the one play that I've seen, he's able to make the cuts, and it's just some great blocking also. And this is what they need to do, just run out the clock and take this game as it is right now, 31-7.
Here we go. Second inning for the Cardinals. Wildcat quarterback is the quarterback right now, so we'll see what he's got to do. Handout. Now he's going to keep it right-hand side. Pushes the pile, doing a good job there. And he's going to get a nice pick of about 6 yards on that play.
This seems like they're keeping it so number 19, the receiver, is also a running quarterback, which is great for this type of situation where you just play conservative and keep the ball. You have dual runners in the backfield. You have to worry about everyone, and you don't need to pass the ball. This is great for this situation right here.
We go third down. 3 to go. The Cardinals ahead 31-7, 9:05 left to go in the ball game. Waiting for the snap. Takes it. Cuts up field there. And he'll be hit quickly. Gain of 1 yard for the quarterback.
We have a flag.
Flag coming in late on the play there.
I saw a Raider down way beyond the play, about 5 yards away, and he had his hands up. It looks like he got shoved down, maybe some unsportsmanlike conduct again. That would be the third penalty for either side.
Waiting for the white cap now. Unsportsmanlike conduct
on the
defense. Wow. They're going to disqualify the player. And so the Cardinals are going to get a first down out of that. So it seemed like their drive was going to get cut early, and then big unsportsmanlike conduct, disqualification, and they will get a first down, and they'll keep rolling.
Like you said, they're going to get a first down, and now they have another opportunity, fresh set of downs, just run out the clock. That's all they need to do. They're up 3 scores. That sounds about right. 3 scores.
3 and a field goal, yeah, correct.
3 and a field goal, or 2-point conversion, 3 touchdowns. Anything can happen. It's high school football.
That's right. First down now for the Cardinals, though. And they do move into Rivera. Coach is down here jumping up and down trying to get a play in. Come on, guys.
The play clock hasn't started, so there's not really any pressure.
Well, don't tell that to the guys on the field here, because they think there is time pressure. They get the play in, get the clock running. First down, Cardinals on the 41-yard line. Man in motion now. Snap, handoff, comes around. That's going to be McNabb trying to find the edge. Does not. Great job by the Raider defense. He'll lose about 2 yards on that play. End around, Matthew. Nothing doing there.
He lost 2 yards, but he fought
He
hard
fought back for those 2, yeah.
He was about a loss of 5, and he fought hard for those last 3 yards. And so actually they mark him back at the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage.
So he actually fought for 5 yards. But I think I like the choice of bringing in the younger players and giving them the experience so they can have more depth, you could say, at the positions, at the skill positions.
Jesus Galvan back there with Jaime Galvan. So we're going to go Galvan in the backfield. Galvan, left-hand side, breaks the tackle down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Cardinals. Run of 41 yards for the quarterback Galvan. Cardinals on the board again.
And that's Jaime Galvan. The quarterback, number 19, like you said, 41 yards. Design keeper. And the guard, number 75, pulled to the right. And so the Raider defense was expecting a run to the right, and he cuts in from where the guard pulled, which made it the left. And so there was no one there and no one within sight once he crossed the line of scrimmage. The extra point setting up here. It's 37-7, 7:48 left in the game. And they're going to kick the extra point. It's up. And it's good. It's a flag. It looked like it was offside, so if it is, that's going to be declined. It's going to be a 38-7 lead. 7:48 left. The Raiders getting ready to return this kickoff once again. It is offsides, and they do decline it. That's the extra point counts. 38-7. I like what I've seen from the Cardinal offense late. They've really brought in the running quarterback, not really passing, and he's done a great job of just finding the holes that are needed. And that would be a great in-game, in a tight situation. Let's say 3rd and 2, bring him in and make him force on both the running back and quarterback that you have to focus on. Confuse the defense a little bit. So I like bringing him in, letting him run it a little bit more. The Wildcat, that could be a real important weapon later on for the Cardinals later in district play.
Totally agree with you, Matthew. Whenever you can show different fronts, whenever you can show different things, especially on film. If you show it on film, the next people, they've got to prepare for that, your next opponent. And so definitely giving the next team they've got to play, and I'll go check schedule here to see who that is, but giving them something to get ready for that Wildcat formation from Galvan in the backfield. We're going double G. How about that? All right, here we go. Kickoff here for the Cardinals, and we'll get that schedule rolling for you. Nice kickoff to the corner of the field, and that's a touchback, man. That's a perfectly placed kick there. Could have gone out of bounds easily, does not. And so it'll be a touchback for the Cardinals.
You said bring up the schedule. The next game for Rivera is at Brownsville, Rivera. They're playing San Benito down there at Rivera on next Friday. Harlingen plays at Weslaco. Not Wesco East, just Weslaco. Over there, like I said, in Weslaco. And here at Bogus, if you want to attend the game, you have South and Brownsville Hannah. That's Harlingen South's homecoming. It's going to be a fun game to call.
Yes, indeed. 7:40, and we'll have that live audio call for you also here from the booth at Bogus Stadium. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. No personal change yet for the Raiders. Nicolas Blanco in at quarterback. Shotgun formation. Looks right. Flush from the pocket. Steps up. Plenty of room in the middle of the field now. Using the umpire to his advantage. Tackles short of the first down stick. 2nd and 1 coming up.
You know how you see sometimes you see the running back push blockers into the defenders? Well, it looked like he was trying to use the umpire as an extra blocker. You can almost call a penalty for 12 men on the field for that one.
Successful at that.
2nd and 1, 7:20 left to go in the game. Lining up in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. He's ready to take the snap. Here we go. He gets the snap. Good hold. and just an intermediate pass about 6 yards downfield. Ball just in and out of the hands of number 1, Camarillo, the highlight receiver. Just dropped it, and number 82, who was behind him, had a chance to make a play on it. It was almost a chip drill. They almost got it. 3rd and 1 now. 7:01 left in the 4th quarter. Getting ready. Setting up here. Looks like they're going to do it from the shotgun again. This time we have 3 receivers to the right. He's ready to snap the ball. He gets it. Handoff to number 25. He cuts upfield, and they get it all the way down to the 34. That's a 5-yard gain. Nice 5-yard gain for, I think it's Eric Ibarro, number 25. And he's listed here as a cornerback, so that's an interesting little matchup there. Now it's 1st down at the 39-yard line of the Raiders. Coming down the field, 6:38 left. Expecting to see some passing here. He's rolling out to his right, scrambling, tucks it and run. Nice block there. Number 22 just leveled the Cardinal defender as he was running down the scramble drill. Man, I want to see if he's okay after that one. The quarterback runs, gets 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 here, lining up at the 44-yard line with 6:28 left to go. And like I said, if you go back and watch right here at the 6-minute 30 mark, that was a nasty block that happened there from the Raiders. Great job. They get the snap. They hand it off to number 28, their big back, and he comes rumbling down at the 50-yard line. But we have a flag. It looked like it was, as soon as the play was about to end, might be a penalty away from the field, usually on the offense in these situations, especially since I know it's not a face mask because the tackle was down low. They chipped him from underneath. Waiting for the official call here. But while we're going, a nice drive here for the Raiders. They've done a great job balancing the passing and the rushing.
Personal foul. Hands to the face mask. On the offense, number 73.
Well, I was wrong. It was face mask, but it was on the offense. Illegal hands to the face called on the offense. That's a 15-yard penalty, I believe. And it's going to be 2nd and 20. 2nd and 20. Down at the 29-yard line once again. They have to get to the 49 now. 2nd and 20 with 6:10 left in the game. And they're lining up 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left in the shotgun. He gets the snap. He's looking downfield. And nice blocking. He tries to cut upfield, and he does. The quarterback keeps his eyes downfield, scrambling to the right, gets it. The pass off to number 88. He's getting the ball. He runs all the way down to the 10, and he's chased down by number 27 from the Cardinals, Michael Medina. Number 88 gets the pass from the 47-yard line and cuts upfield and runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line for the Cardinals. And they could punch in another score here late. The quarterback does a great job. He eludes about 3 defenders there, passes it out on the scramble drill. Number 88 does a great job finding open space. Number 9 can't bring him down with the arm tackle, and number 27 barely catches up to him 8 yards from the end zone. And they're ready to line up. 5:30 left. They're trying to punch in one more score before the end of the game, before the final buzzer, the final horn. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right again. And he's rolling out to the left, and it looks like it's going to be it's a design keeper, and that's going to be a touchdown by the quarterback. The quarterback keeper goes to the left, gets the edge. Nicolas Blanco, 8-yard gain, and there's a flag. It looked like some unnecessary contact after the play ended. Number 62 knocked the quarterback, and he was already out of bounds. He flew into the track. That's how far he hit him. That's probably going to be an unnecessary roughness call. And we're waiting for the official ruling here, but it looked pretty high and dry and clear for that one. And he's lining up, ready to get the call. Still discussing it. And it's on the... And it looks like it's going to be on the offense. Well, I was wrong on that one. Look. So the touchdown was scored. Touchdown stays intact. But number 73, offensive lineman for the Raiders, called for an unsportsmanlike after the play. And what I saw was the quarterback was going, he extended the ball into the end zone, and he wasn't too far out of bounds, so it might have been just, you can't stop yourself at that point if you're a defender, which it's a hard call to call sometimes, so I applaud the ref for that. We're lining up for the extra point. Number 14 kicks it up. It looks good from here, and it is good. The referees call it. 5:10 left in the game, 14-38. And another flag on the extra point. Man, this is the most flags I've seen in the fourth quarter in a while. And we're ready. It's going to be on the defense. It's declined. Extra point counts, 38-14. Cardinals are going to come out, receive the kick. Wouldn't be surprised if they brought out the Galvans again and just let the clock roll and just let the game end. In the fourth quarter, there's only 5:10 left. 38-14. Take it home. Get the victory, homecoming, and celebrate at the end and get ready for next week.
Matthew Cavazos on the call. They're doing an excellent job, and thanks for joining us on this live broadcast. Again, live audio, of course. You can go back and check this live video. A couple of highlights that we've noted, especially that last hit. You got to go back and watch it, and definitely glad that you joined us in this live audio broadcast, bringing it to you live from Bogus Stadium. So it's been a great night of football here. Cardinals been in command for most of the game here, but definitely a little fight in the Rivera Raiders, and we'd like to see that. So after the penalty will be enforced, the Raiders will be kicking off, it looks like, from the 25-yard line, their own 25. So Cardinals should get some really good field possession here.
They are going to get good field position, but they're not going to need it as much because, just like I said, clock control. And if you do want to look at that block, like I said, 6:30 mark in the fourth quarter, it was a pretty good hit, might I add. And the kicker with the neon yellow shoes coming out, ready to kick the ball.
He can kick. Really solid kicker there for the Brownsville Raiders. Haven't seen too much of him. Only 2 scores. And he's going to line drive squib this one. Man, that's got some speed on that one. Out to the 35-40 now goes a returner. And he'll be tackled, met there about the 41-yard line. They're going to call his forward progress at the 40. And so the Cardinal offense will start there.
Like you said, the squib kick, and it had some speed. Jeez. And number 20 just handballed and just grabbed it, just snatched it out of midair. It was at his helmet. He just grabbed it, snatched it, and took off.
I mean, imagine a knuckleball at a fastball speed. That's what that looked like. I mean, it was just wow. And that thing's wobbling. It's moving on. Yeah. So to be able to catch that in midair, that's impressive by the receiver there.
It looked like it was wobbling in like 3 different directions at one point. And so for him, like you said, for him to catch it in midair and just take off, it's pretty nice. And we're going to have Damon Cantu come back into the game. His first pass attempt was an interception. And here he goes. He's going to snap the ball. Jesus Galvan. Oh, and the snap is too high. And he tips the snap up, and it's returned number 24 all the way to the end zone. That's a 41-yard fumble pickup, scoop and score, might I add. Number 24, Gabriel Gayad. And I don't know, Cantu, he thought he grabbed it. And he looked back, and he realized the ball wasn't in his hands. It was just in front, and that's when number 24 saw it, picked it up, and ran it for a score.
The Cardinals definitely have the game in the bag, right? But now you're looking at the scoreboard and you're saying, man, 38-21, that wasn't that bad of a game. That was kind of close. It doesn't tell the story because truthfully, up into the fourth quarter, this was a 38-0 contest. I mean, it was that far spread apart. All of a sudden, the Raiders with a couple touchdowns, and then that mistake by the Cardinals. And here goes a fake kick, by the way. I'm going to call this one real quick. Looks downfield. That's a fly intercepted in the end zone. He'll try to bring it out, but he's tackled quickly. Flag on the play. Getting a little sloppy here towards the end of the game. But, I mean, you're looking at the score, 38-20, and it looks a lot closer than it has been. But good for the Raiders. Good for the Raiders.
Good for the Raiders. They're showing promise. They had the interception. They had great instinctive skill there. Number 24 picking up the ball and taking off. No one was near him. It was just a foot race to the end that he was not going to lose. It was like he was chasing a ghost. There was no one near him. And then they had a really good drive, gets to the end zone. That's another touchdown. And now you look, it's 21-38. And I don't know. This has happened a lot in the fourth quarter for the
It
Cardinals.
has. Little breakdowns at the end. It's almost kind of like, and I think, go back to a comment that you made earlier, is that it seems like the aggression gets pulled back a little bit, when the game is in hand. At least we've seen that a couple times this year. And so what that does is allows that other team to kind of, and really, it's kind of that missing that cutthroat attitude of like, man, go for the jugular. They're down. Let's keep them down. But
Get them.
At the same time, I do think, and I don't know because I can't see the classifications on our roster here, but I do think they're giving some younger players some chances. And when you have younger players, they're going to make some mistakes that your veteran players aren't. And so we're seeing some of that too.
And you're right. And in a game like this, it's not going to matter as much. But like we saw against Reagan, the breakdown in the fourth quarter, 20-7. Reagan came back. Luckily for the Cardinals, they missed an extra point, and that forced another drive for the Cardinals and a safety. History, and that's how history was written. Cardinals ended up barely escaping that game. Late in the fourth quarter, it's like you have your foot all the way down on the pedal, and then you just completely take it off. It's okay to coast a little bit. You can keep some aggression. You want to play conservative, but you also want to stay in the lead.
Well, I mean, look, yeah, you're right. And look at the score, 38-20. They made that 2-point conversion in 22. Onside kick coming up. Hands team on for the Cardinals. Say they do get that onside. Say they can score. Now it's 27-38. That's an 11-point ball game. When a while ago it was a 31-0 ball game. You know what I'm saying? And so you kind of got to look at how you close out the game a little bit, and maybe you just chalk it up to experience for your younger players, like I said, and that's okay too. That's what your goal is. So, but Rivera just got to give them some props here because they have just kind of stuck with it and. Oh, that's going to be a face mask. You could see that from here. That helmet turned almost all the way around.
And then the last little tackle happened there. That might be 2 penalties. I don't know if you saw that last
little
one.
chippy on the field, right?
Tensions are rising now that it's getting closer. A little more youth is out on the, like you said,
True.
unexperienced.
That's right.
So a lot of those mental mistakes will happen. And these are some of them, the penalties, the extra penalties, the unnecessaries. And that's going to happen when you have your younger players, and that's why you're trying to get them in now, get them with the playing time, get them with the experience of playing in-game. Because there's no way, no matter what level you play at, to simulate what a real game feels like in practice.
Exactly.
And it is a 15-yard face mask, as Aaron called it earlier. It was so obvious from here that if you didn't call it, it would have just been bad all around.
So 1st and 10 out. Ball on the Raiders' 42-yard line with 4:41 left to go in the game. 38-20. Last time out, the Cardinals fumbled. Raiders picked it up, took it in for a score. And here we go. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Nice running. 12-yard pickup for number 19, Jaime Galvan.
And Galvan's back in action. Last time they were both out on the field, they got a touchdown from it on a quarterback keeper. I hope they use this a little more, not just after the game is almost over, and I hope they use it in game just as a switch it up type play, because it's really been effective. They got 12 yards on that just one carry.
It's been effective, and it's also been dangerous. So, those high snaps, the fumbles. But when they do get it going, it is impressive. Here we go, Galvan now. He'll hand it off to Galvan, 20 up the middle, and he'll push forward again about 4 yards for the running back.
He gains about 4 yards on the play. And when we say Galvan, it's going to be hard to know which one we're talking about.
Jesus and or Jaime. What do we say, Jay Galvan?
And then you'll really be confused.
Exactly.
And so they're just waiting for the play call, letting the clock run. 3:30 left in the game. Not surprised to see this from the Cardinals. Like I said, just coasting to the end right now.
I'm taking a look at these posters on the sideline, calling the plays in. You can call Ohio State Red Lips and McDonald's, right? All right, here we go. Galvan. Oh, reversing field now. Finding about 4 yards there. That's 19 Jaime. on the carry.
Jaime Galvan just finding holes that the defense created, trying to tackle him, and that's how he gained those 2 yards. Evaded tackle in the backfield and just cut up for about 2 or 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 24-yard line with 2:48 left.
Still a crowd on hand here. Homecoming night. Some have already filed out. They missed 20 points from the Raiders here late in the game. All right, Galvan's going to tuck it up the middle, trying to fight forward for that first down. I think he's going to get it. First down, Cardinals.
A lot of fight there. He looked like he was going to be short by about 3 yards, and he just kept turning his legs and reached for it, and he got those last 3 yards that he needed. And like you said, homecoming tonight, this is where why the crowd's staying. It did not happen at halftime. It looks like it's going to happen after the game. So that's why there's a big crowd ready to see that. And it's going to be interesting. Timeout called by the Raiders.
Hey, you have to appreciate that spirit, that kind of fighting spirit by the Raiders where, they're going to take their timeouts. They're going to try to get the ball back. They're going to try to see what they can do. It's 1st and 10, 2:21, down 38-20. Well, why not? See if you can get another stop. See if you can get a turnover. See if you can make something happen. You put another 6-7 points on the board. Someone who is not here tonight, they look at the score tomorrow and say, hey, we had a hung with the Cardinals. Wow, not bad, Storyline.
Especially some of the Harlingen fans that left early, like you said.
That's right. What happened? 20 points?
Yeah, if they have the newspaper, they're going to look.
Yeah.
Cardinals defeat the Raiders 38-20. They're like, I was there. It was a blowout in the 4th quarter, but the Raiders kept fighting. They keep fighting. And that's what I like about this team. They just, like you said, they keep fighting, even though, because why not? There's no penalties for it.
Yeah.
And so just keep going. There's no reason not to.
Here we go now. 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals, 2:21. This will be a handoff. Galvan trying to find some space to run. Gain of about 2 yards for number 20, Jesus Galvan.
2nd and 8. Coming down to 2 minutes left in the game. 38-20, balls on the 17-yard line. Cardinals close to punching in just one last score before the game ends. But of course, taking their time, just trying to run out the clock. Now letting the Raiders get another possession and keep this game going.
Here we go, Cardinals, shotgun formation. Man in motion. Hand up, no keeper, up the middle, Galvan. Finding some space there, getting close to that first down marker, just short. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
It looks like he's about 1.5 yards, maybe 2, depending on the spot. Short, and they're going to call it 2, 3rd and 2. Ball's on the 11-yard line. Minute 15 left in the game. It's going to run out to only double digits as they're going to let the play clock run down as far as possible. The Galvan's doing a good job keeping this clock management game for the offense.
Here we go. 3rd down 1, keeper up the middle. Right-hand side, finds some space, trying to make it to the end zone, does not. Just short, can bring him a 1st down and goal on the 2-yard line.
What I liked about that play, it looked like the defensive end was going to come at Galvan, and the running back, the other Galvan, ran out to the flat, and it looked like it was going to be a designed little swing pass, and the defensive end hesitated, and then the quarterback, Jaime Galvan, just took it upfield. We're going to have a timeout.
Timeout.
Official timeout.
Yeah, official timeout. Player.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's not feeling too well right now.
It's been a long game.
Yeah, we're going to leave it there. We won't go into detail.
Yeah, I don't want to play-by-play that one.
No. But he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Get some water. He'll be fine.
Just take him off.
It's been a long game, like you said. Humid still outside. It's like we haven't broken into fall yet. It's still summer here in the valley, and it feels like it. And so, it takes its toll on you, playing in pads and sweating out a lot and, just giving everything that you have. So
I think summer's officially year-round here in the valley.
Yeah, this year's, we get teased with a little bit of a front and then right back to the 90s and close to 100. So
now we have an official Cardinal timeout. 2 timeouts left, 47.7. I think the officials forced them to call timeout.
Yeah, and I think you just, you got to get your personnel set. So,
Yeah, substitution for
yep.
the player. Like I said, not going to go into detail.
Nope.
2-yard line. They either punch it in or take a knee, but this is Coach Gomez. I don't think he's going to take a knee this close to the end zone. I think this player's out on the field again. And he's a center. Interesting.
Well, I think if you take the timeout, then you can bring him back out on the field. So that's probably why they did that.
No.
Here we go. Handoff out the middle. Searching for that end zone. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Touchdown Cardinals.
Touchdown Cardinals. 44-20 with 40.7 seconds left. Pending the extra point. Could be 45-20. Great job by Jesus Galvan. Yes, Jesus Galvan on the handoff. 2 yards up the middle. Fought to get into the end zone, but they got it. They're going to line up for the extra point. Like I said, 40 seconds left in the game. 44-20. Here we go. And the snap. Good hold. Good kick. It looks good from here. And both the refs are going to call it good. 45-20. 40 seconds left. And I think the Raiders are just going to run it out.
Yeah, 40 seconds left to go in the ball game. And, again, you got to give the Raiders credit. They didn't stop fighting to the very end. Put 20 points up here, I think, in the fourth quarter. They've gone late third into the fourth.
Right.
Yeah. And so, you just great job, resiliency there for the Raiders. And Harlingen also, on the other hand, able to get some young players in the game and get to see some of the future of Cardinal football and definitely, prepare your backups also for the rest of district play because like we saw tonight and we've seen throughout the season, injuries happen just like that and you got to know who you got. And so definitely get to see some of those younger players out there today.
It's always a good thing. You need to know the younger players, what they're good at and what they need to work on so you can get that work in just in case, like you said. Of course, no one wants it to happen, but it does.
You never know. Yeah.
Injuries happen, and next player up is how it is here for the Cardinal team.
Has to be.
Like we said, 2 of their top players in the skill positions of wide receiver and running back have gone down, and next player up. They're ready to kick the ball. 40 seconds. 45-20.
I'm glad to bring you this live audio broadcast again. Matthew Cavazos, Aaron Signs here in the booth at Boga Stadium. And just enjoying a beautiful night of South Texas football. 32-6A showdown between the Cardinals and the Raiders. Both will go on to fight another day. And the Raiders will fall 0-2 in district. Cardinals will go to 2-0 in district. And this district looks to be heavily contested right now between San Benito and Harlingen, who will come to a showdown in the Battle of Arroyo in the last week. If things hold as they are, that could be for the district championship. Lots of football to be played in between, though, and so can't call it with a whole lot of confidence yet. But based on what things have been seen, the Cardinals and the Greyhounds are rolling towards that big showdown at the end of the year.
We have some final scores. Like we said, Los Fresnos, Harlingen South at Los Fresnos, 35-7. That's another team to look out for. For any team coming in. The Cardinals, if they overlook them, or the Greyhounds already played them, but if the Wesco East or Harlingen High overlooks them, that could be a trap game.
Yep.
You always look out. San Benito beat Wesco East at Wesco 44-21.
That's a big score right there. Wesco East, a strong team. All right, 31 seconds remaining in the game. Rivera still looking for something downfield. Pass completed. Will he get out of bounds? No, he does not. Clock keeps going. 21 seconds left.
What called? Is that timeout? Yep.
And it will be Rivera's
last timeout.
Final timeout.
And so, do you know? I keep forgetting. Do you know how far Wesco East made it in the playoffs last year? As a surprise?
I don't remember.
I think they hit the 3rd round, and they played a San Antonio school. So They were a big shock last year. They finished 4th in the district, and then they went out and went 3 rounds deep. So that's a team to look out for now. They were a young team then. Now they're more experienced. So overall, the district is very competitive throughout the whole district. You know, you have teams fighting. The teams have to fight because every game could be a win or a loss.
Well, Brownsville Hannah is definitely a team that I've heard you have to be on the lookout for. Is they got their passing attack back, and of course let's go east. Los Fresnos, San Benito, Harlingen, and south, depending on how if they can rebound after these first 2 losses in district play, you know, they have a possibility of still being in the hunt. So, you know, first and second, you know, right now as far as those of us who pretend to know what we're doing can say is going to be San Benito and Harlingen. And then 3rd and 4th, you know, it's probably between Wesco East and Los Fresnos, and you know, but that 4th spot it can be can be highly contested as well.
Like you said, I say 3rd through 6th can be anyone's guess
right now. Of course, after next week, and you'll see what the records start to pan out, then you can start to formulate better what that looks like.
Results and predictions.
Even you go 0-2 right now, early in the season, there's still some space for you. Here we go, pass downfield coming. Almost intercepted by the Harlingen Cardinals. Incomplete pass. Will stop the clock at 12 seconds.
It was overthrown. The Cardinal defender was there, ready to catch the ball, and it just bounced off his chest as he just let it fall through the hands. There's 12 seconds left, 3rd and 9. They're going to take maybe 2 last shots downfield, and that's going to be ball game.
Here we go. Rivera Raiders shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers, and again, they have some resiliency. They're not calling it quits just yet. Looking to pass downfield. Here goes the hookup, and he catches it, and he's able to get out of bounds, and he'll stop the clock with 7 seconds left to go.
That's a first down as well. I don't think it matters too much, as this is probably going to be the last play. Maybe a quick 2 plays if they can get out of bounds. Ball's on the 45. Oh, and they call the clock running still. Wow, it's interesting. I thought he got out of bounds. And he snaps the ball with 0.1 left on the clock. He's going to scramble, and he's going to be taken down by, guess who? Looks like number 92, Sam Alonso. Got hurt earlier in the game, came back, and ends the game with a sack.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at Boca Stadium tonight. Final score 45-20. The Cardinals were able to pull off the win for homecoming tonight, and a great call in the game with Matthew Cavazos. Thanks for joining us live audio presentation, and we'll be back next Friday night. Great night of football. Cardinals prevail, homecoming.